Well, hello, and welcome into this Roulette Rival 7 match between Kenny and ItsTheAleeex. I'm your host, Gunther, and I'm joined by co-caster Chris. Hi, Chris. How you doing?
Howdy, how's everybody doing?
We're good and probably less hungry than you, but our spin's coming
True.
in about 5 seconds, so that'll be good. When that goes live, we'll get into this. First map up is Bangkok, and this is Kenny's pick. And for his pick, we have Jordan Cross with Consumed Poison, while disguised as Abel De Silva, and Ken Morgan with an Explosive Accident, while disguised as a Stalker. I like this because it's two unique disguises. The Consumed Poison obviously needing to be live. Explosive Accident is going to be a fun one to see how they do the setup and stuff. I like this. I think this is a good spin. I think this will test all the paces.
Yeah, it's a remote city here. Fortunately, the original spin actually did have a remote kill with Stalker. Like I didn't have to respin that, but it was loud explosive. So luckily I caught that before it went through.
Yeah, this would be this would be good. I'm interested to see how the players work this out. So right now they're going through the planning. I see Alex has brought in his lethal pills. He's making sure he's got all of his I's dotted and T's crossed. Kenny is loading right into the level, so he's also good to go. Yeah, so Abel De Silva disguise is probably the biggest wrench here that I see as far as I don't really see a whole lot of Abel De Silva spins come up.
Yeah, I mean it's actually I might say even like the most cycle dependent thing on the map.
Right.
So I mean, it's usually you want to try to get it right at the start of the spin. It helps that Kitchen Assistant is definitely going to be your best start here because you want to get the cake set up ASAP.
Right.
But that's usually the start I would use to get Abel in the first place because it's sort of the closest.
And both players are going for the same cake setup strategy here, so definitely a good call there.
Yeah, and from my experience, I think it's been a while, but I think if you do the cake ASAP, he should die around 4.5 minutes. I might be a minute off in either direction there, but I don't think it's later than that.
And that should give both players plenty of time to get what they need. Alex going to the wrong room. Looked like he was going to the security room there first. And we do have, this is one of my favorite parts about Bangkok, is just watching the players meticulously avoid cameras because they're such a bore and such a pain to deal with.
Yeah, actually, I think like the first thing I did when I started properly learning Bangkok is to figure out the most efficient way to take out the cameras in every single spin.
Right.
So I could get myself to a point where it really didn't matter if I got spotted by cameras because, I mean, that's in a lot of spins, that's the one thing that you're not preparing for. So, when something like that catches you off guard in the middle of a tournament match, that's when you start to have rips a lot more
it
often.
can totally break you. I mean, Bangkok is the level that taught me how to avoid cameras in general. I never worried about it until Bangkok. So
yeah, at least in H2 we got camera grids.
That
it
is,
was
yes.
like horrible before that.
Yeah, just no notifications, no nothing. Just I don't think I got seen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I could go back to the days before the Silent Assassin indicator. Like I don't want to. Like that's the dark ages.
Really, neither do I. It kind of surprised me that nobody. At least from what I know, I didn't see anybody ever mod one in, which I kind of figured would happen. At least after H2 got released and people were used to it. But I just don't know.
And my guess is it was probably just more difficult for modders to do. What is this? So Kenny's just placed a coin, and he's question marked somebody downstairs.
I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea what that question mark was from. But
maybe it was something that was dropped another time. But I think he's got Abel hooked.
Yeah, he should, and he's pretty much clear to just leave his body sitting here forever. Nobody else will ever come in this room. And then maybe he can work on it in the meantime, trying to set up Ken. Abel is a pretty good disguise. The only thing you do have to watch out for is the waiter right outside the bathroom enforces him, if that's what you're trying to look for. But
Yeah, he does have his propane flask too, so he's got all this stuff ready.
it kind of sucks that this is like the only disguise you can't really do a drive-by for on Ken. Because when you can, it's like the fastest condition on the map. But
Now, when you say drive-by, what does that mean?
like with a breacher or a taser, just like
Oh, okay.
walking by the target out in the open and just killing them.
Yes. Alex looks like he's doing the bellhop lure here to get Morgan moving. And he has to do the double prompt.
Oh.
Okay, a little bit of a whoosh from Kenny, but he coins to get the guy outside the bathroom to step away.
I didn't even know there was a smuggle in that toilet. So
Me
that's
neither.
nice, I guess.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, actually, good timing. You want to get this kitchen assistant out of the way if you're going to be doing the lure, because he's the only person that'll walk into that room.
Yeah, and the nice part about this is you have so much time because you just have to wait basically for Jordan to do his thing. There's not really a way to get him to move quicker.
We also do see a rip. He was found trespassing. He ran right into the sort of like club area where Abel hangs out, and not allowed in that disguise.
And he's having some difficulty luring this sentry here. Ooh, this is such an awkward...
What?
Okay.
How did he get out of that?
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, he's had a couple of NPCs stand in doorways and then like turn that 90-degree turn that they do, but that one was as ridiculous as they come.
Yeah, he walked up to the coin and then just like slid in place to stare at him there. So no hotel staff disguise at the moment, but he doesn't need Abel anymore.
Right. That is one kill down.
Is he gonna seeker right here? You can get a seeker shot here.
He was doing a when he was doing his practice before he went live. This was what he was working on, was practicing the seeker shot. So quite possibly.
Yeah. So a really good isolation for Ken that almost nobody uses that I've seen is just double seeker darts. Like, because obviously you want to hit somebody else first to make sure they go to the bread basket. So you can hit pretty much anybody, and then Ken, and he'll go to the bathroom almost every time.
It does look like that might be what he's doing now. He does have Ken on the move, though. He's running out of time.
Yeah, so he's waited a little bit just to make sure that that guy started routing to the bread properly before he hit Ken.
Yeah.
But now he has to try to avoid getting gun flash here.
Alex is working on the bathroom clear out.
He's got Ronald. Oh, they found Jordan, or they're dealing with Jordan, I guess, with that fire alarm.
All right, and Kenny's got the seeker shot on Ken, so that's good.
And he's still got this waiter in his way who is now panicked. So.
Oh, great. Yeah, I mean, there's not really going to be an easy way for him to get in. Oh, and he just got a body found. That's Abel.
They found.
That's some unlucky RNG.
Random NPC. Some random NPC, probably the guard outside, actually.
Just wanders in.
Hit by the fire alarm, panic, and just walked in.
That's awful.
I don't think I've ever had that happen. when I
Yeah.
do consumed for Jordan. I don't know what that was about, but
Yeah, the panic was just very strange. Well, and Alex is he's waiting out Abel's route now. He should still be able to get him before Jordan eats the cake. But it might be kind of close because Abel's still hanging out at the bar out there. When did you say he consumes the poison at the cake? Around like 4:30 or so.
oh well, nope, now he's dead. So that was actually different timing from when the kill happened on Kenny's end. So it seems like
Oh
it's more
no!
than I thought it was.
I just
Um,
caught up myself. Let me take a look at this here.
yeah, I mean, it's gonna be part of it is that it's gonna be dependent on where Ken is in his cycle.
Yeah.
But I think they both sort of went straight for the cake.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There might be more to it than that, but
I think that Alex was trying to optimize a little bit by getting a little bit further along, having that bathroom cleared out for the sake of as soon as Jordan kicks it. But I feel like he just didn't account for how long it was going to take to get Abel if you miss him on that first cycle.
yeah, and I mean, Alex is doing this as soon as he possibly can with that enforcer walking away.
Yeah.
They should, if it isn't RNG, then they should die at the same time here for both players, but we'll see.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it looked like we were watching the same stream twice there. They were both very much in the exact same spot. Okay, Alex using 2 tranks in order to get this security disguise.
I guess he saw that as the easiest one to get there with being enforced by that one guy the last time in a different disguise. So, yeah, I think he's probably looking to go straight after Silva this time after doing some more setup on the last round and having that rip him.
We do see Ken getting stuck behind and enforcing the NPC as well.
Oh, he gets enforced by a bump there. He bumped him twice, and that was enough to do it. It's so RNG in Hitman 3.
He does manage to get away, thankfully, but yeah, that could have been really bad.
You can bump NPCs 30 times in a row, and they won't care, but sometimes they just do.
So I like Alex's use here of a different disguise for the sake of getting through this.
Well, he got.
Oh no! Oh, the mirror.
He got wrecked by the mirror, and even then, if you looked on his mini map, there was the dot.
Yeah, because I don't think
he closed Ronald that door. Was coming in.
Dang.
So he would. I think he would have ripped there anyways, but.
Yeah, that's rough. You never think about it because that mirror is one of the tinier mirrors. That's gonna be another rip from Alex as he just goes for the numbers a bit too quickly.
Yeah, I think if you look at rips overall, mirrors are probably the number one in Roulette.
You don't really think about them so much. It's just, but yeah, especially when you're doing a distraction like that.
Actually, saw the thing is that everybody like crouches before they subdue behind mirrors. I saw a match on Haven where Yanini was KOing the hand washer. And he crouched behind him and used subdue, and it still punched him in the face.
Oh no! Was it a 180 thing, or was it just?
Yeah, he just 180'd. He kept green guns, but like you can still get wrecked there.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Like I guess compared to the one run, Kenny's plan is just to hope that the panic doesn't find Abel because he's still doing a normal KO and leaving him there. So.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I guess because what else are you gonna do? He's gonna pop up into his suite and get his seeker as well. It's a nice smuggle point. There's the elimination.
Wow, Alex.
That's so. Okay. Oh. Was that extended illegal action?
Yeah, I thought it was interesting to use the snail there, and then he got away with it, and the game just wrecked him anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's standing up, like,
In the middle
even
of an
after the
animation.
animation's done, the game still counts it. And we
Yeah.
saw there, Jordan died for Kenny at 3:45, which was almost 20 seconds earlier than the last time Kenny did it. So yeah, that's just a
little bit of
GRB
RNG
situation.
there, which is yeah, not ideal. Ooh, very very close there by Kenny as he takes the secret shot as Morgan is turning around. That could have gone very badly. Kenny still has the issue of this enforcing waiter.
Yeah, and he's gonna try for the coin.
I don't know if that's gonna
Again,
turn him enough. It might.
Ken's gonna be on his way
Yeah,
a little bit.
he's
Okay,
absolutely
he's gonna
fine
leave
there.
him. And here's this guy. Did Kenny seeker somebody else before Ken?
I
guess he
didn't
did because
see.
he's out of darts, so I guess he did.
Yeah, he must
Or maybe he just missed. I don't know.
Yeah, because Ken's coming this way. So I guess, yeah, because otherwise he'd be going to the basket.
Yeah, and this will be great for Kenny. He's got a disguise to get past this waiter now. And he's got an open spot in the closet in the other bathroom.
Perfect.
So he can just drag Ken over there, and you can leave him there forever, pretty much.
That is a good setup right there. I like the extra caution there, making sure that nobody's coming through those doors.
Yeah, and it's good. That could have been, he could have gotten ripped by Jackie if he hadn't, but yeah, so drags him over there. He knows that that's the stall he needs to put him in, and pretty much all he has to do is go up to the waiter. I hope that duck actually blows up that propane, because
Yeah,
we've seen that
he
not
dropped
work
it.
in the past.
Right, he dropped it right on. We'll see when the prompt comes up. If it says accident kill, we'll see. So
yeah, and I don't actually know if this disguise is allowed in the Queen Suite. Obviously, hotel staff and hotel security are. Jordan's bodyguard, interestingly enough, can walk past the guards, but as soon as you get into the actual area, you're trespassing.
really, okay.
But other than those three, I have no idea. And looks like he is trespassing.
Trespassing here.
So bullet distractions in roulette
So risky.
always scare me. Like the insta combat.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to handle these slight whooshes. Okay.
Yeah, and he's gonna have to go back out the same way too, because
Yeah.
I mean, neither disguise is gonna be allowed here. So
I think this is a female hotel staff, so I don't think he's gonna be able to lure it up for a quick disguise change on the way out.
she is walking a marathon.
Yeah. Wow, that was a long peekaboo. I thought his suspicion bar dissipated way before then. Alex is working on De Silva right now.
Gonna want to watch for a stalker can like turn around really quickly, but he's good. And we'll see if Ken actually dies here. Nope. No kill. So yeah, pretty much his only option, I think, at that point would be to go to the bathroom.
Wait, so why
himself.
didn't that explode? Like even
I have no idea. It can blow up propane, but as I said, it's something I've seen in the past, so that's kind of something I was expecting. I think the one time I remember it particularly was a match with Yanini a few tournaments ago, where he had like 2 or 3 runs in a row where it just didn't set it off, and then one run where it did. So
wow, I mean that's probably the worst way to fail there, just because that really sucks.
Yeah, I mean, Kenny's not ripped, and actually I don't even know if that duck was close enough to blow the door open, but that would be the only issue that he might have.
Yeah, I didn't see a searching or anything pop up, so.
But as far as I know, there's no bombs on the map, so there's not really any other way to set this up remote.
Right.
So pretty much the only option would be going back down to the bathroom. It's actually not as terrible as you might think. If you go down that same pipe that he came up in, then you just kind of have to walk past the one guard and you're over to this window right here. But there's a pretty high chance to rip with that.
Alex is getting the alarm going as well.
Yeah, and by the time Jordan died at 3:30, so even earlier.
All right, he's Alex has his bellhop disguise, so he's going to be able to do the bathroom lure here for Ken.
And hopefully he cares.
I don't know if he, I mean, he's a hungry boy.
Look at this. Otis is just like standing inside of him here.
That's a bodyguard.
Yeah, unless I have an electrocution spin and kill in the spin as well, I always use micro taser for propane, even if it's a drive-by.
Yeah, I mean,
I have no faith in breachers.
I would think that I've seen before where the duck will be what kills the target instead of the propane flask too. So like any type of large explosive, I know I would stay away from. All right, Alex is he's losing the lure here.
Ooh,
oh, that's a good drop of the
snail.
Yeah, that's a good use of the snail. He's gonna get the 2 KOs here.
Well, the thing is that you have to be careful that the snail doesn't hit Ken first, because then he could have gotten red guns there. But it looks like, from what I'm seeing in Instinct, he's knocked out everybody that comes in here.
Yeah, I think so.
Other than maybe, I don't know if he got Jackie or not, but everyone else seems to be here. I think he did.
I think Jackie's in this first stall here. Yeah, there he is.
So yeah, that's.
How's he gonna set up this?
Oh, there she is. So.
Oh, Jack.
Okay. Yeah, he actually got her, I guess, kind of accidentally with the ghost snail, but it wouldn't have mattered. She doesn't go in either of the stalls anyways. So.
Is that what that is? I had an NPC in the bushes.
Yeah.
Doing that infinitely, and I was like, I have no idea what the cause of this is. Okay.
Yeah, that's actually specifically in the rules. You're not allowed to use that like intentionally.
Yeah.
But as admin discretion, it's pretty clear when you did.
When you did it on purpose, when it's just the game being the game. Oh,
Alex. Replan from Alex with a perfect setup there, so he had no.
I don't think he had a way to trigger it.
Nothing for a remote.
Oh, that's.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, that puts you on the back foot. Kenny's well into the spin again, just waiting for Abel de Silva. We've seen this work so well. Both players just having trouble with the Ken kill here.
Yeah, both players with late restarts with green guns.
Yeah.
So.
Now.
I'm sure. I didn't actually see if Kenny actually changed. Oh, we still got the duck.
Still got the duck, so, we might see a repeat of what just happened. Does it have to do with maybe how far away they are when they trigger it? Like, something has to cause that.
Something like that, I think, was suggested. Also, there's a difference in some explosives with placed versus dropped in terms of their radius, so it might be that. I really don't know. I don't. In my mind, I think the taser's a better option, so I just haven't bothered testing it.
Right. Yeah. I would think that would be the best way to go. Go with what works. All right. What is what's Kenny?
I don't think this guard ever gets found for Alex, but I guess we'll see.
It is a bit risky moving him around when you do cause that panic after Jordan eats the cake.
I guess Oh, getting wrecked by the. Oh, throws it through the door. Didn't get any lock on there. So, Kenny, hopefully we see him wait long enough. Hello for Jordan to die.
Ooh,
And
that's...
why? Why did that person just walk in?
I don't know.
Did he throw the briefcase before that door closed and she
Maybe?
saw it?
Maybe, like she saw it fly
Or
by but didn't see it hit him, even though it hit him like right in front of the door.
I don't know. She definitely didn't. He definitely didn't trigger the phone call, so they shouldn't have any reason to go in there.
Alex bumping the waiter as he goes behind him, so he's going to spin, and that's going to be a side KO, and he red guns off it. He's going to have to restart again.
Mirrored gameplay, baby.
we've seen mirrored gameplay a lot when it comes to this cake topper thing. So it's a good setup because it's worked like every time. Again, it's the Ken setups that are really causing the issues here.
I mean, unfortunately, it actually is probably one of the only ones now that Silvio and Carl are both banned, but one of the only consumed kills in the game where it's basically just a timer that you have to sit and wait for. So
Right.
you always want to do that first. Only other one I can think of is on Berlin, but
yeah, Berlin's is a pretty quick consumed poison, like relatively, I guess. Like
it's the exact same gameplay. Okay. So I guess he's just waiting out the camera here.
Yeah.
Kenny, I guess, was just wanting that disguise. Probably to get around the waiter enforcer, and so just had to not get ripped by that lady for whatever reason she was in there.
Yeah, I think that Alex has a good optimization here with the disguise changes, but I'm curious to see if either player is going to change up how they're going about getting Ken. Obviously, like Kenny's still sticking with the duck, and so if it doesn't work again, we're already 27 minutes into the spin. What's going to be his fallback then? He's going to have to replan, bring in something else, but then you're talking about going through the setup process again.
Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, the fact that he didn't switch his loadout that time makes me think he thinks that he did something wrong and not that it's an issue with the game. So I don't know if that's something that he would change, but he's waiting for Abel, and Alex is gonna set up the bathroom again.
Alex is... Alex is, I think,
Where did the
trying
waiter
to...
go? Is he trying to get the hotel stuff?
Yeah, he is. He's already brought the waiter back.
Who? Oh, there's the waiter. I was like, who was hearing that? I don't know what's happening, honestly.
The bellhop disguise is the disguise that he's been going with, so my guess is he was trying to get that early. I don't know why he wasn't opting to just KO the other two people who wander into the bathroom, because now he doesn't have anybody knocked out. He's heading up to wait on Abel again, but at this point...
here's Abel walking away right now.
Yeah, like, at this point you've missed all of your timings.
There's no way he can get away with a trank shot. Oh, yeah, no. There's like 5 people at least that see that. So I think that's going to be a rip.
I thought maybe that door was shutting kind of weird, but yeah, that's just took too long in the bathroom setup, and then wasn't able to get up to Abel. So that's gonna be another restart there. Kenny is
nice.
Working on another disguise change here.
He's actually got Abel, so he's good for when Jordan dies, and hopefully he doesn't get wrecked here by this lady.
I think he's just bringing this guy in so that he has the disguise ready to go after Jordan kicks it. So he's taking a bit There, okay. I was like, he's not
There you go.
chucking it yet. It should be good this time. That door was well shut.
Oh, and he's turned the TV on. Is that gonna bring somebody in here? Doesn't look like it.
I hope not. That would be. Now, yeah, now he's just got to wait. Jordan's...
He's waiting. This is a minute plus later than what we've seen some of the
Yeah.
time, so.
He is closer to Jordan when he's up here. I don't know if he triggers a different series of dialogue or not. Alex has his disguise change. Good to go. I'm guessing we'll see him go down to the bathroom and see if he can set that up faster. If he can get the bellhop disguise early like he's trying to do, then I do think that that would be a pretty good optimization because you could get Ken moving a little bit earlier. But, all right, there's a poison elimination for Kenny. Quick disguise change so you can get out of that. And, yeah, now he's going to mosey.
I guess now just work on the bathroom here. He's still got his secret strat on Ken here. He'll be in a pretty good position. Make sure you get rid of this guy.
Alex trying to get the bellhop to move, and he's just not hearing it. This isn't going to work again. He's going to have to drop this whole thing and get up to Abel real soon, or Abel's going to start moving.
Yeah, and it kind of he's kind of doing the same thing here. I didn't really know what exactly his plan was.
I mean, train shot to get
He's
the bellhop.
getting the hotel staff disguise, but the fact that he opts not to KO the two that are in the bathroom while he's doing it is what is weird to me.
I agree, and I mean he's missed.
He almost just ripped there with a long disguise. Yeah. He had a long disguise change animation.
And now he's trying to bring the disguise closer as well. This is yeah, and he's already missed Abel's timing. Like he's gonna have to get Abel moving some way so he can get the disguise change.
Yeah, and getting him back here has always been really awkward for me. Because basically everybody else will enforce it before Abel. And Kenny has seekered the waiter out here like 15, 20 seconds ago, so Ken should be good here.
I think that there is an optimization combination that Alex is trying to get to work. And unfortunately, it just hasn't worked out that way just yet.
Kenny gets ripped there by the enforcer again.
Man, that's happened more than one time too to Alex, so that's got to be frustrating at this point.
Yeah, I don't really know why it doesn't let you pick it up from the other side, but Kenny's got Ken coming in here, and so we're gonna have to see if the duck works or not. I guess if he's able to get him in here safely.
And he's also gonna have to worry about some timing because he hasn't knocked out everybody who goes into the bathroom, so he's gonna need to make sure that when he triggers it, nobody's there. Well, I guess if he's only got Ken,
then
he doesn't have to worry about bodies getting found or anything, since it won't be illegal.
I love when you KO people with like propane or briefcases, they just go flying. But yeah, Ken should be fine just sitting in that stall now that he's got those two taken out. And not that it really matters, but since the concussive is only one door, it wouldn't be heard, but he should be dead by then anyways. So he's gonna place it this time.
Yeah.
See if it's any different.
And he
Maybe even
taking a picture to make sure he's got it right. He doesn't
I,
have the flask primed, which
yeah, I thought what he was doing there was he was gonna shoot it, because I don't actually know if that makes a difference at all. But
I don't either, because you would think not
I
with an
know it.
explosive device it wouldn't, but
Yeah, I know it can work without shooting it. So I
yeah.
don't know if it does anything. But he's got a hotel security, so he'll be allowed on the top floor this time. And just wait and see in about 30 seconds.
All right, Alex is changing up his strat a little bit. He's KO'd the waiter this time. There's the stalker down for Kenny. Let's see if this trigger works. It does not.
Nope. Nope.
It does not. So.
And doesn't the game tell you when you blow a door open? Like, don't you get XP for that?
Like door unlocked or something. I don't know if it is just
well,
for like regular doors.
Yeah, actually, I guess it wouldn't have counted there because that door wasn't unlocked. But I don't know. He may or may not have been able to. But again, that's just a lot to have to worry about.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Another a 10-minute rip there for Kenny, and
I mean, this last go.
I think kept the same loadout there. So
yeah, so he's. I mean, and maybe prime the propane flask. Let's see if that makes a difference. But we have to imagine that this is last chance here.
If he's doing the exact same thing here, he'll have barely enough time. Of course, maybe he got pretty bad Jordan timing last time, which lost him like over a minute, so that might be different. But yeah, he was at 10 minutes in game time, and he still had to go all the way back downstairs.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be tight, but I think Alex is on his last leg right here. Like, this is his last shot to get this right. And then this is obviously Kenny's last chance if he can make it a bit quicker. So we'll see. But yeah, we might be tying on Bangkok.
And Alex just looks like gonna wait.
I think
for Jordan to die.
I think he's just waiting it out. What disguise does he have there? Does he have his hotel disguise? Because if he does, that makes a lot of sense. If he doesn't,
I think he has hotel security because
I think you're right.
I don't think kitchen assistant is allowed in that other room, so I don't think he would have gone through in that disguise.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
I might be wrong though, but we'll see. It looks like Jordan's standing at the cake for him. Yeah, as we see on Kenny's screen, kitchen assistant not allowed.
Thank you for demonstrating that, Kenny. We appreciate it.
Yeah, that's what people do when they stream snipe, is they help the cast.
Yeah, they prove that they're stream sniping.
So yeah, I mean, Alex not doing any setup in the meantime, but I think he's definitely looking at the timer at this point.
Yeah.
And probably realizes that it's just not worth it. If this is going to be his last run anyways, then might as well just wait out the kill.
Yeah, definitely.
No timing that he has to worry about for Ken, really. So.
And that is going to be the kill down. Now.
Okay, it looks like Kenny has a micro taser in his hand right now. So.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. So probably a little bit of replay in there.
That could be the difference.
Now that he will have to prime the propane flask for. All right, let's see. Alex is going to try and lure the hotel health staff here, and he does hook them. So he should be able to...
Ken's right there as well. Who's that in the closet? That is... the kitchen? That's the waiter. Okay, so he's still got everybody that can still walk into this bathroom.
Right. So he's going to have to be a little bit careful there. His timing is getting close to when Jackie comes through, too. So I'm a bit worried in general.
Yeah, and Ken's making his way away here. We'll see.
This is gonna be a long drawn lure too.
We'll see how cluttered the bathroom is once he brings Ken over here.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
Kenny's able to get able disguise.
if he takes a while to bring Ken over, like the bathroom might clear itself out, which would be, I mean, at this point, kind of ideal rather than having to do like a 4-person takedown chain.
Yeah, the oh, look, he's got two of them coming in at the same time there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the hotel staff lure isn't one that I use all too often, so I don't know the exact timings on these guys, but yeah, Alex.
Yeah,
I guess
he's lost Ken as well because he went way too far from him.
Yeah, it's one of like, I think it's just him and the Hippo Whisperer for Rico, but one of the only things that you have to be standing right next to them for them to follow you.
It's really really good timing for Kenny there as he gets the kill on Jordan at like 3:30 or so.
Yeah, so he's definitely got time to finish this attempt, I think, as long as he doesn't, waste a lot of time in his inventory.
Now that he's not spending a long time waiting for Jordan to die, yeah, you're right. I think he's back on track. It's still going to be close, but he's definitely got the time now.
We see Alex again not pulling Ken, which is weird because he's gotten Ken set up before. He's gotten him isolated in that bathroom, so he's done it previously. I don't know if that was just accidental or what. But...
I don't think it was with the Seeker either. I think it has been through this bellhop lure. So yeah, I think he's just because there's a threshold.
He brought him in there and then used. Yeah.
So use the
one
snail.
run. I think he blocked him in and then just put the snail on the door.
Yeah. And that was one of those times where he went too far into the bathroom too quickly, and he moved past that threshold. Getting some buffering from Ken here, or from ItsTheAleeex.
Think...
This is really confusing having somebody named after a target.
Yeah, I noticed that like mid sentence a little bit ago, and I had to like pause. So he saw Ronald was walking out of the bathroom. He passed him on the way out. So Alex just walks out of range there.
Yeah.
So now he's gonna have to wait a second again. Oh, here's the snail.
Yeah, but where it's at, I'm not too comfortable.
Okay.
Fall.
Otis goes down first, and you want to. Well, I was gonna say you want to make sure you drag the right body, but Ken can get body found right now.
Okay, and he's dragging Otis into the second stall as well, which is where he's got to be setting up this kill.
And he's got nowhere to put Otis at the moment, and the NPC that walks into the other stall is still up. So it seems like he's just gonna try to separate them as much as possible.
Yeah. All right, Otis. Say your prayers, buddy. I mean, if he throws the flask in the corner here, he should be fine.
Throws it at him, actually.
Okay, that's not going to prime it.
And so, yeah, taser should work fine. That looks good. But we see on Kenny's end, Ken in the basket, which I didn't actually see it, but it makes me think he probably secreted him too soon after he hit the first person.
I think you are
so that didn't occupy the basket. But gonna have to probably fall back on the hotel staff lure now if he wants to. Because Ken's gonna be done. Ken's gonna be done, and he's too close to Otis before he gets to the stalker. So.
Yeah, he's got no time. I mean, Alex has a chance here because he's got a disguise.
Kenny hit done. So unless I'm 4 minutes behind here, I'm gonna have to reject that one.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Oh, I didn't. No, I had to put a message when rejecting a spin now. I said not done.
I mean, accurate. Checks out. I think that Alex can do this. He's got to get everything done quickly so that he can get to the exit.
Okay, so hopefully Yeah, no, I think this might be a rip. He got searching the second the bomb went off,
Yeah,
and
somebody's got to
Otis's
be in that
body is still
bathroom.
in that stall,
Somebody's got to be in that bathroom right now. Like,
which indicates to me that either Jackie was in there or the one guy was in the process of walking into his stall. But the fact that the body hasn't been found yet.
well, if they heard the explosion,
Yeah, they're.
they'd be
If it
going
was
to a
only
guard.
one, yeah, if it was only one person, they should always run to a guard
Right.
that heard it. But sometimes civilians will run like directly at explosions for some reason.
That flask, though, was also right next to the door, so that door
Yeah.
has to have blown open.
And I mean, he's running to the exit here.
He's
and
still
it's
green
not
gun.
that far away, but we still got searching here. I would think this guard right here would be the closest, and he's chilling. So,
Yeah, maybe somebody outside. I mean, yeah, run, Alex, run. You got...
Look at the boat glitching out in the background.
That boat is freaking out too. Maybe that's the boat.
His searching's gone.
Wow.
So I don't know what happened. And he's out.
He's... Yeah, there he goes. Okay. I think he got it. Unbelievable. What a finish.
Yeah, and with about a minute left on the spin timer as well.
Whew. I mean, that's about as close as it gets. Good job, Alex. My goodness. Yeah, Buff says he had searching before he detonated. All right. I didn't see that. I thought that it was because of the detonation.
Yeah, because I was looking. I thought I saw, because like 5 seconds before that, I had realized that might happen, and I was looking at it, and I thought it came up at the same time, but he was fine. So.
Whew, that is absolutely wild.
We got the DM coming in from Alex. He says, "Jesus Christ on Ice."
Yes, that's a lesser-known musical.
After Kenny hit done accidentally, he DM'd me what's happening, so I don't really know what.
I don't know. I mean.
Okay, yeah, he said he didn't realize that he had pressed done.
Oh, it must have been a misclick. That makes sense. Well, GG's to Alex, because I mean, good job maintaining your cool under pressure, because that was very stressful. Okay, we've got a new prediction going live in the chat right now. Who's going to take Colorado? Get your points in. Yeah, this is going to be Alex's pick. So, I mean, I didn't think between these two maps that we would see almost the full time on Bangkok. So, Colorado could be up in the air. We watched the other night, Buff and I did a cast for Kenny and T-Nort. And Kenny had one of the smoothest Colorados I have ever seen in any of my roulette casting. So I feel pretty confident that Kenny's going to show us a strong Colorado again, because none of the kills specifically needed the isolations that he went for. So, you know, I feel like he can apply that same strategy to almost every Colorado spin. So we'll see. Yeah,
and I mean, I guess hopefully he does win, because then we'll have more match to see, if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
That would tie up the score.
And then we get to keep Chris from having his dinner even longer.
So, yeah, of course. I'll just like mute for 20 minutes in the middle of the match.
Do you want to take the break and go get yourself something to eat? Like just even to snack on? I feel bad that...
No, I ate a pretty big lunch like 6-7 hours ago. So it's not that bad.
Well, I appreciate you sticking it out.
I will do my job though.
I wanna take a moment and thank Charles Snow for gifting a tier 1 sub to T-Nort. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate that.
Dodged it. Kappa. Yeah, I was lurking in your stream. Was it yesterday? Did you stream yesterday?
I did.
I guess it was yesterday. No subs then, shaking my head.
Yeah. These things happen.
But let me get the spin actually sent here. Yeah, it's interesting to see that map pick from Alex then, if that was the case in the previous match.
Yeah, I just don't know if it's just this late in the tournament. But yeah, I mean, seeing Colorado come up, like I favor Kenny in this situation if how he played the other night is any indication of his like natural skill level on Colorado, because it was insane.
Indeed.
It felt so smooth. It was so good all the way through. So
Um, 1 second here. I need to check something real quick.
yeah, Dinor in the chat saying, did Alex not see Kenny play me in Colorado? Yeah, this is a risky pick.
Let's see. I may have to delay the spin while I get a response from something, but we'll see in a second here.
All right. ItsTheAleeex said his Discord link isn't loading in the chat.
His spin link?
I don't know. He said Discord specifically, but maybe he means the spin link sent over Discord.
Yeah, I don't know. From Alex's end, I've got on the admin side, we have a little dot that indicates if they're
present,
actually looking at the page or not, and it just went green for me, so I don't know if he's got it. But
okay, says it's frozen.
It might just be because I haven't actually sent the spin yet, because I'm waiting to see if I.
Yeah.
Okay. That was interesting. I'm gonna send it a minute later here.
Sounds good.
And yeah, we'll be good. Should be good now.
Awesome. Yep, spinner will be here in 44 seconds. Chat is more heavily favoring Kenny in this map pick, which, like I said, I think is the safer bet. But I am, I'm not going to count Alex out just yet, because he did just take Kenny's map pick off of him too. So it was a close one, but. All right, Chris, you want me to take this? You sound like you're busy.
I am typing, yes. I'm typing
I'll
away.
take it, no problem. We have Sean Rose with an explosive weapon while disguised as the militia soldier. Penelope Graves with a loud pistol while disguised as militia spec ops. Ezra Berg with a fiber wire while disguised as the scarecrow. And Maya Pavardi with injected poison while disguised as the militia cook. I think the best part about this spin is Ezra Berg being live with the fiber wire as the scarecrow, because that's going to be, I mean, not impossible, obviously, but it's meta is take out Ezra, set up Penelope early doors, right? So having to do Ezra live here is going to be different, especially in the scarecrow disguise, which means you're going to have to get back across the lawn again. So I like that one.
Ezra live kills, I guess, are always a bit annoying, because he's, I mean, give or take, he's kind of the easiest target to isolate on the map. But Scarecrow, I mean, it's a hostile disguise, but it isn't that bad, because on Colorado, you're pretty much always going to start Westbridge or Hacker, and not too far from the Scarecrow there, and obviously it doesn't take that much to get him as he's coming up the stairs. I mean, or you could even just grab the Scarecrow and then do the normal basement isolation if you if you're quick enough about it.
Yeah, that's true.
So we could see that happen really early.
Now that's something that I would love to see. Them grab the Scarecrow disguise first.
Yeah, the bit of a delay on the spin was just talking in admin chat. I wasn't sure how legal something was. So
I got you.
um,
Can I ask which of these is the kill you were questioning the legality of?
well, this is a completely different spin
I
actually.
got you.
So
Okay.
yeah, this one I'd say probably in the middle of Colorado. I might repeat stuff that you already said because I
No,
was
that's
typing
okay.
while you were introducing it. But I think this is like probably a medium Colorado spin. I mean, like, there's the 2 live kills, but
Yeah.
they're definitely not the worst you can get.
No, my alive kills I don't think cause many issues because her isolation,
Mhm.
like her go-to isolation, she's alone. You don't have to worry about bringing anybody else over or her guard coming up behind you or something like that. So I feel like that's always going to be the same. Ezra is a bit different because you have so many bodies that are around here. But again, it's not
Yeah,
the
I
end of the
think
world.
I think if the disguises for the live kills were switched, we'd have a bit of a different story going
Right,
on.
exactly.
But
Now that would be a good spin. I love that one.
yeah, but okay. Alex just picking up his smuggling. I was going to say he was going somewhere. He's got a breacher for the Sean kill.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty of explosives. The only thing you actually have to bring in for this one is the fiber wire.
Right, because we just saw Kenny just picked up the poison syringe that you can
Mm-hmm.
get here in the basement. So
Obviously the nitro for the explosives, and then there are 2 loud pistols on the map.
right.
So
A little bit of whoosh
Alex
for Alex.
looks like he's going to focus instead on getting the kill on Maya first cycle. And that was really fast. That's if you're going to do a standard KO on the cook, you always have to look around right before you do it.
He also, I don't know why he decided to throw that when the
Mm-hmm.
cook was just between the 2 planters. You know, like
Yeah, I think he just kind of like got off guard. He didn't realize that he was going to see the weapon and then stop. So he was just like kind of off guard there. But yeah, getting the pissing guy out of the way is pretty good considering you actually need the disguise.
That is true. Yeah, because we have malicious soldier for Sean Rose. Alex is working some stuff out. He's looking like he might start as malicious soldier, which probably makes more sense than starting in the suit. Make it a little bit easier to wander around. Kenny has the cook put away. That's a big whoosh, but he is going to be able to get... I don't know how he got away with that. Alex gets spotted being suspicious. So that's going to be another rip. He's going to have to start himself over again. Looks like he's getting a little bit of intel.
Oh my god. So much whoosh.
Oh, did you just see how Kenny
Yeah.
put the body away? Yeah, I don't know how he wasn't spotted doing that. That was... Somebody stared at him for a good couple of seconds. Okay, Kenny's working on Maya right now. He's got everything he needs for her. So, yeah, this should be clean.
Yeah, just avoid the GRB. I'm pretty sure the alarm doesn't go off if they find a poisoned body. So
Yeah.
that wouldn't be an issue, but
I think he's just being extra cautious. I know I would be.
Yeah. No chance to rip pretty much when you're in here as long as you don't punch her in the face. There you go.
Question in the chat, would the battery count as a weapon or accident? It should count as an accident.
Yeah, explosion accident. And the nitro charge on the safe should count as an explosion accident as well, which is weird because there's other mission stories like that where you just blow targets out in the open and it's not an accident. But
what's Sean's watch? What's that count as? Oh. Somebody just found Penelope's body on the stairs.
Explosion accident. That's what I was saying in response to
Oh,
Sparkles.
I see.
There, as far as I know.
Oh,
I've
watch
never done
battery.
that for roulette.
Yeah, sorry. I read the word battery and I was
Oh, no, you're
thinking
fine.
RAM, like
Ooh.
the RAM in the barn. Like
Oh
battery
yeah,
RAM.
yeah.
So that.
I don't think that even counts as anything.
Yeah.
It's probably just any method accident. But yeah, Alex, I guess not aware that malicious soldier not allowed in the firing range area.
He ran through and he was doing the quick crouch method, so I think he thought, he might be able to get away with it. But yeah, like just immediately spotted. There's a lot of eyes there and not a lot of cover.
Yeah, the watch battery and the safe are not things that I've ever tried for roulette just because they take so much time and setup.
It's a lot of setup.
But I've done, I think 4 times now. I've done every single challenge on Colorado, so.
Wow.
That's from my memory of it. I don't think I ever ripped from either of those. So.
Who found Penelope? Was it just them coming in from the outside?
I'd have to look. It's on YouTube. I can actually just scrub back instead of having to pull up the whole VOD.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Actually, see if I can figure that out real quick because I didn't remember everything that happened before that.
All right, Kenny's got this got this basement cleared out, so that should be good when he brings the Scarecrow disguise back. Take out Ezra.
Yeah, obviously, if he so chooses, you can trigger the drugs to bring Ezra down here on call.
Which I think is the method that we'll see, so that he can be in here and just ready for him.
It's pretty much the same as using the laptop for Robert. I don't think he runs, but I might be wrong.
He did drop the gun there. Is that what got Penelope found? Do they take the gun up those main stairs?
So looking at Kenny's previous run, he put Penelope. He didn't KO anybody in the basement, but he dragged Penelope onto the stairs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and so
the railing there on those stairs isn't solid, and so the guy that walks and looks at himself in the mirror, can find that there. You can leave her there. You just have to drag her like right up against the door at the top of the stairs.
I gotcha. Okay, good. That is good to know. Alex not crouching before he takes that militia cook disguise, and that's going to get him completely spotted. And just one button. Sometimes that's all these players need. Kenny's working on the setup for Sean Rose now. He's going to clear out this room. He's got some time before Sean gets here. And I think that was the hacker disguise that he has here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And so not going for the Maya kill straight away on this one. That'll have to be a probably second cycle for that. So might be some more stuff he has to juggle, but
Alex finally getting the militia cook disguise, and that's been elusive for him.
Yeah, and it's interesting that he's not going for the normal Maya isolation. So, either he just has a different strat that he's practiced a lot, or it's just something that he hasn't seen before. But especially with injected poison, you can definitely get her in the barn. So he's peekabooing the wrong person, though. And obviously there's that loud pistol right there on the table if he wants to grab that. And then here's a Spec Ops disguise as well.
That was a massive whoosh. All right, well, Kenny's got Sean. That's an odd placement for the breacher.
Good night, Sean. Oh boy.
This is pretty hairy for Alex. He's
got
in
her in there.
In step with Maya. I think I'm just a touch behind you here.
And she's
as live as I can be.
She's headed out there now. Like the normal isolations, but I don't actually know if you can run right through that door in an illegal disguise, but I guess we'll see. Yep. And
yeah, how deep is the trespass zone? No, he makes it.
Kenny's grabbing the Spec Ops disguise. No kills so far, but he's done a lot of setup up to this point.
Right.
And Alex is going for a Sean isolation in the explosives yard. If he leaves him sort of wrapped around the side of this hay baler, it should be fine to stay there, but he can get tossed by the breacher, so.
Yeah.
There is some grass. Yeah, over here. Is he going to drag him over there? That's a long drag with all those people out there.
There is, yeah, and he's got this explosive specialist should be coming by pretty soon.
Yep. So
gonna make it. Okay, yeah. Again, got to worry about the little bit of a toss, but Kenny, meanwhile, getting the scarecrow fiber wire on Ezra, so that's nice and clean, and that's the first kill for this run for him.
Very nice. Gets him right as he's coming out of the basement there, or going in. Maybe I didn't actually see.
Yeah, it was right in this doorway.
So, Alex has that body set up. I didn't see him leave the breacher though. Is the thing.
Yeah, I tried to just take a look at his inventory. I didn't see any detonators. Has he? I don't think he's picked up his breacher. Right? Isn't that what he's smuggled in? And I still see a smuggle on his map.
Could be. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, I guess it seems like the strat, Alex's go-to strat for Sean, so I imagine he would know this better than I do, but hopefully nobody hears that breacher go off.
Yeah.
He pops it.
It's going to be a timing thing, I think, because I think that it's close enough the explosive specialist could hear it. Oh, that's
the breachers are
peekaboo.
Breachers are actually louder than you think. Like when you do Jorge in the porta potty, like if you leave that breacher in there, those civilians can hear it. So it's got like a range that's wider even than like a silenced gunshot.
Alex gets the lethal pokey on Maya, and he'll get his Spec Ops disguise as well.
And he's already picked up that pistol.
Yep.
As we said, Sean set up. So Ezra, I think, is probably going to be the biggest issue in terms of how he wants to approach that. And we see Kenny with hostile bug.
Oh, no.
I didn't see him change out of suit in the basement, but that would have been...
Yeah, I mean, he started...
several minutes ago at this point.
He started hacker. So, right?
Yeah, you're right. So it would have been when he killed Ezra as the Scarecrow. He changed out of the Scarecrow disguise in the basement, and that's why he has it. So it seems like he's debating. It should only be for the cook disguise. So
Alex trying to go for a corner subdue as well. Yeah, I mean, and what does he need for the cook? Just the injected poison? I mean, that's he's still doable, but he's
in Sean's shed. The issue is going to be, like, there's those two guards outside the door to this room, so he can't really like just walk around there.
Yeah.
And and he's thinking about how he wants to deal with that, so he doesn't miss Maya's timing while he's thinking.
But if he can get out into that open area, there's enough space between. Yeah, he's just gonna restart. You hate to see it. Hate to see it.
I think really his only option there, other than running around the entire map, would be like change disguise and then try to like pull those guards in there to KO them to get yourself a better path. But
yeah, but even then, you know the second guard is gonna be a pain just because you've got that first body there. Okay, that's the
7-minute
first
restart.
time I've seen firsthand the hostile glitch.
It's something that kind of gets drilled into people's heads after you watch enough roulette, because it's like
Right.
every single match on Colorado you're thinking about, and it just kind of, you just get used to it. But big whoosh. But yeah, I mean, if it's not something that you know about, it's very easy to trigger it. So
Yeah. Well, definitely.
Or, you know, if you're just not thinking or whatever, maybe he only thinks it's with suit. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I only thought that it was a suit. I didn't realize the scarecrow thing. Is it any disguise in the basement, or is it just like hostile disguises in the basement?
I'm pretty sure that I've had it happen with trespassing disguises. But the only time you'll actually get it hostile is if it's with suit or scarecrow, because those are the only two hostile disguises. So you'd only be trespassing with the other ones, but people, I know Yanini swears by the fact that it's only those two disguises. So
yeah, and it's devastating because it's a late restart, but right back into it. You know, getting that basement cleared out, and currently waiting on timing for the cameras, if I had to guess.
And Alex does have his breacher this time set up now with the detonator in his hand. And some time to kill if he wants to get that Maya kill the same way.
Yeah, it's a much quicker setup for Sean this time around, and the fact that he's got the disguise that he needs from Maya is also a pretty big boost, I would say.
Oh, yeah, and he can just grab that thing real quick. It looks like Sean's still in the bushes and no searching. But I didn't hear if he had the little like whoosh from when somebody hears a sound, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we'll find out pretty shortly here. Is he on the edge of the bushes, or is that just the way that it looks to me?
He dragged him like right up against the wall and then like
Okay.
placed the here so that it pushed him away. So
yeah,
there was plenty of room there, I think.
Tino with an update on the hostile glitch. It happens every time with Suit in the basement, and Scarecrow seems to work the same way, but I've literally had it happen switching from Hacker in the basement as well. Simple solution is just to drag the guy outside the basement and change. It's not worth the risk.
Yeah, if you just pull them out to like the very bottom of the staircase, you'll never get spotted there. So that's why I don't actually know exactly what disguises it works with, because I just
just avoid
time
it
anyways. But yeah, I don't think anybody even really knows why it happens. Like, I couldn't even begin to guess, but we could see some whooshes. Kenny puts these bodies away. On the mini map, there's the guard looking in through the window, so. Oh. Yeah, he just barely got it there.
And Alex is working on the Maya Peekaboo. This worked really well last time, so.
And he's grabbed a Spec Ops by accident here.
Oh no, you're right. Ooh, I don't know if he realized that. I think he was.
I don't even know where that guy came from.
Me neither. And I thought I could have sworn that it was Maya.
It looks like he's one of the guys that stands like right outside. So he probably walked too far backwards and caught his attention. And he's now going to drag this other guy over here. Oh, nope, he ignored it.
Oh man, yeah, he's getting those double whooshes.
Oh, big whoosh. Okay, that was close there. Did he? I don't know why he didn't get her there, but There we go.
Is she moving? Oh no, okay, he's getting on the second one.
He got her. I guess I'm a little ahead, so I'll focus on Kenny's stream.
You are. But I am live. Like I'm as caught up as I can be. So I'm gonna give his like next restart in between maps. I'll give his stream a refresh and see if that does anything. Ooh,
he's got the kill.
That was really close by Alex. She seemed to be leaned and turned far enough that I thought she was gonna completely spin. But good job there by Alex. All right, now, I mean, he's got the Spec Ops disguise. He needs to grab the Scarecrow for the live kill on Ezra. I don't think he's got any part of the basement set up because he opted to start as militia soldier, so he's got some time.
Yeah, and we see Ezra's up there. I think now is when she'd be heading down, but he might already be coming back up. Yeah, you see, the game does tell you when you can take the Scarecrow disguise, but it doesn't tell you when you can get off. So.
Right.
I don't really know why it's an illegal action when they can't see you anyways, but he's trying to be extra careful with it here.
Kenny's trying to get into the basement as well behind Ezra. Yeah, we're gonna... He's still got this guy who's conscious up here.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to try a bullet distraction there, and I was pretty worried about that.
Yeah, I think he decided against it with Ezra being so close.
He's the one that did do the basement setup, so he's going to get this kill real quick, and he's got both those guards in boxes, which means he's either not going to change at all, or he's going to, possibly trigger it again, but it looks like he's going to maybe dodge it this time.
Oh, he's got a disguise out here.
Oh, there you go. There's Hacker. Okay. So he's fine.
So he must have had that disguise set up before. Alex is clearing out this area.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We see Ezra's coming up, so this is kind of his last chance, other than, triggering it manually.
Yeah. I mean...
but 2 kills down already, and he's not going to be the one that responds to this coin. So, obviously, as well as... He actually got that... Wow. There were 3 other guards that heard that, and Ezra was the one that picked it up. So hopefully that guy over there doesn't turn around right now, but...
Well, let's see. I don't really like how open this spot is for him, but he does get the kill. He's going to do the quick dump in the box here. And now...
Oh, please don't. Please don't.
Oh, what's the plan? He's got the other guard coming up those stairs right now. Don't do the pull subdue. Oh my gosh, I can't.
That's what I was saying that for.
Okay.
I saw like right before he was gonna press it, that guy coming up the stairs, and I was like,
oh,
so
man.
Now he just needs to get Penelope killing. He's got her waiting down there. But he will need to grab Sean's mask, obviously, in order to get this kill safely. So gonna want either a hacker or an elite in order to go upstairs. And
he's got elite guards right out here that he can grab, but he's moving past them.
Oh my god. All right, well, I'll let you see that.
All right, great. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, what? No!
So no target lockdown, but he's gonna have people running around.
And and Graves just walked out the front door too, so.
Yeah, so Penelope shouldn't get found because they shouldn't have nobody in the house should have heard that and come down through that staircase.
Well, no, Penelope's she's still up for Alex.
I thought he had her at the top of the stairs as well.
No. Remember, he started militia soldier, so this is his first time in
the house.
Yeah. She's locked down now.
The target lockdown indicator.
Yeah, me neither. But she's definitely panicked. So this puts him in a,
I guess,
less than comfortable spot.
I would have heard the alarm, but I have his audio turned off. But yeah, that's going to be quite a bit of work he still has to do. But Kenny, still with 1 kill down here, and he's got.
I try to look at all the people. Just,
Yeah.
I was just climbing that box at this point. Okay. All right. Well, he's got
And he's-
his disguise set up here at least. I think you're right. Like, yeah, go work on getting Sean's mask as soon as you can.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, like 7 minutes is when 6:30, 7 minutes is when Penelope walks back into the house, so she's going to be leaving after
Yeah.
this is over. And
It's gonna be such
I
a
mean,
long wait.
what are you going to do then other than wait another?
Yeah.
I don't know, 5, 6 minutes.
Yeah, but I mean, what other solution do you have? I mean, you could try to get to her, but it's a loud pistol, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we see Kenny grabs a second kill there, and for the most part, he's got like almost all the setup done at this point.
Yeah.
So just gonna be waiting to see what he does with Maya, and then other than that,
You're sounding a bit muffled. Is your mic obscured?
here is this better? Hello.
Yes.
Just I was kind of leaning back there.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I mean, Kenny's definitely got the setups a little bit further along. He still has to deal with Maya, which is a live kill, so he's got to wait on her cycle, but that's not going to take him a super long time. Alex has his loud pistol, but he's got to wait forever for Graves to get back through here. Has he grabbed the mask?
I don't believe so, and I think okay. He's just looking to take out the cams. I think right now. Oh my god!
No.
And a rip for Kenny. He KOs them, and then I think he gets spotted like right at the end of the animation, but he fell over under the barrel. That's the both of the NPCs that kind of stand around the table have one little part in their cycle when they can see you do that.
Yeah.
That's why you really have to be looking.
That is heart-wrenching because he's so far in his spin too.
And now his stream is disconnected, so I'm hoping that's not a rage quit.
I hope that's not a rage quit. I feel like Kenny wouldn't rage quit. I feel like he'd stick this out, but my goodness, that's a rage quit, eligible moment if I ever saw one.
And I mean, like, as long as Alex has the mask, he's basically done.
Yeah, I didn't see him go grab it. I don't know if he has it.
I mean, if he doesn't get the mask, I don't really know what his plan would be.
Yeah, because, I mean, that gunshot's going to be heard.
He's got... Wait a second. Yeah, he's got the box downstairs full, because that's Ezra and then the guy that stays down there.
Yep. I mean, he could be planning on doing the shot in that, like, living room area, like the foyer, but that would be a bad idea.
With the guards, like, right outside.
You wouldn't
on the glass door as well.
So, I don't know.
He's just kind of hanging out right now, though.
Yeah. I saw
just make sure you don't ever pause the game.
I saw him go upstairs. He just didn't go for the mask or anything. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he has it. If anybody saw him and we just missed it, do let us know. But
I'll scrub back through the VOD here, but just being an intel item, it's not going to show up in his inventory.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't think he grabbed it.
Let's see. Yeah. He takes out the cameras. He runs upstairs and then runs back down. So yeah, he doesn't have it.
Yep. Okay. Shoot. I mean, because at this point, like, we're waiting for that to just go wrong.
I mean, there's always the chance that you get wall hacked through the floor in the basement. So if you don't do the soundproof way. Another restart for Kenny. I actually didn't see what the reason for that was, but he was paused for quite a while. And we've got about 16 minutes left.
I mean, I'm feeling like, definitely maybe one more chance for Alex. But Kenny's got at least one more good attempt all the way through.
Yeah, for sure. And Alex might. I mean, it depends on how, he might choose to do it differently, but definitely not if it goes the same way.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like she's coming back to the house now. So yeah, that's about 5 minutes later, and still no mask though.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been upstairs a couple of times too. I just haven't seen him go for that room. I don't know how this is gonna work.
He's he's changed back, so he's not going back upstairs now. If he shoots her right next to this grandfather clock and gets away with it, that's just free. That's just, you're farming highlight reels at that point. It's just
Yeah,
free.
it's true.
It's that easy.
Maybe that's what it's for. Maybe it's the flex.
Just take those risks 16 minutes into your run. I'll clip that for sure. He's going to peekaboo her down, looks like. Oh, and got the guard instead. You hate to see it.
You hate to see that.
So I don't know if his plan, if he's not going to get the mask, is to like leave her at the far end of the room and then shoot her from the other side and then just run to the exit. But
I mean, even so,
that's going to be brutal.
Yeah, the way that guards work in
Yep.
Colorado.
Oh my God, he just chokes her out. Get spoiled again, sorry.
No, that's okay. Because it makes me watch the setup even more, and I'm like, wait, that guard's just walking away. He can't possibly get away with that. And then he does.
He, yeah.
I don't know.
Not even looking around, and he gets it.
Look at all these people outside of the basement. Those people are all like broken and glitched because of the earlier panic.
Oh my God. Oh, he had... Okay. That's interesting.
Wait. Oh, he did have a... Hang on.
I don't know where is it? Oh, he got Ezra with the coin, so Ezra's sitting in the box upstairs.
Right. How did I forget that? It happened less than like 10 minutes ago.
Here we go.
All right.
For all the viewers, this is what $0 an hour gets you on your caster.
Yeah. It's top tier right here.
Yeah. But I mean, he's done. I don't think there's anything to be found anywhere.
No.
At least not anywhere near the house. So.
Yeah, no bodies out in the open, nothing like that. Like Sean's in those bushes, but I don't think anybody's going to see him.
He's hit done now.
Yeah. Heading to the exit.
It's about 17 and a half minutes just waiting out that Penelope, and it paid off. So.
I mean, and we had a late rip from Kenny, which gave him the luxury to wait for that Penelope, because I think Kenny doesn't rip there. Kenny wins this map, bar none. He was further along. He didn't have to wait all that time just to get Penelope. Risky play by Alex to take that shot in the basement, but obviously having that empty slot in the box really paid off too. So congrats to anybody who bet on Alex, because nobody did. So you're getting a whole bunch of G-monies.
Man, I should really start doing insider trading with these.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
Just like, a week maybe before a match, be like, hey, on this map, what kills are you good at?
Yeah. Oh, that's what we need. We need bookies in the Hitman community.
Yeah. People throwing matches on purpose.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, let's start the Hitman Mafia, and we rig this stuff for worthless Twitch channel points. Wow. I mean, kudos to Alex. I went into that singing the praises of Kenny. I still sing the praises of Kenny. I think that he had a much smoother setup for Colorado, whereas Alex's was chaos incarnate, but it was still really good, and it obviously worked, But, I mean, that Ezra fiber wire out in the open there next to the lawnmower, yeah. I mean, who would do that on purpose? That is so risky. So, yeah, tipping my cap there.
But yeah, so we're going to Mendoza as the first random map, and I'll get my spin prepped here.
And T-Nort pointing out, Kenny's going to be a real problem when he gets a little more practice. If not for a few late rips, he's in a completely different position. Very true.
Yeah. If not for bringing the concussion duck on Bangkok as well.
Yeah,
You hate to see
exactly.
it.
Without the primed propane flask. But, good lessons, because I guarantee it's never going to happen again.
Oh, yeah. The one time I ripped on a map because I dropped the micro explosive instead of placing it, never doing that again.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you learn from your mistakes real quick. So going to Mendoza. This one's obviously more of a... I think this is going to be a faster map than a Bangkok, Colorado situation. So it's going to be interesting. But also, it's not Hitman 2016. We're going to Hitman 3 for this. So we'll see the players on the newer maps.
And, of course, 1st to 6. So there are up to 3 random maps before a decider. Obviously, this is match point. Alex can win the match right now.
Mm-hmm.
But map not picked by either player at all, so
yeah, so it's
a
neutral playing ground, or as close to neutral playing ground as possible.
Let's see, what are... They don't show up on my side, so I'll pull up the stream. What are our map bans? Can you see them?
Yes, our map bans are Dartmoor and Santa Fortuna.
Ooh.
So we won't see those.
Dartmoor and New York are always interesting to me when people ban them now that they can't show up as random maps.
Yeah.
It just makes me wonder, like, if they thought that their opponent was going to pick Dartmoor, or like, I don't know, maybe they just didn't know about the ruling change.
That I think that's what it is. Like, it's just so that your opponent can't pick it against you.
Yeah, I mean, what was it? In4Fun versus Danny, when In4Fun banned Dartmoor, I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Something had to be going wrong there if, 2 players of that level are having to ban Dartmoor against each other.
Just to make sure it's off the plate, especially if it is a coin toss when you're going this late in the tournament, especially because we're in the lower bracket right now, and so losers out, and if you don't want to give your opponent the chance to pick a coin toss map. Like, I fully understand banning a map like Dartmoor, New York.
Yeah, and so Dubai is kind of the token ban at this point. It's like, what do I save my Dubai ban for? Because that's kind of the most coin flip map now that those other 2 are banned.
Right, exactly.
Is Alex's stream looking any better for you right now?
Let's see here. I'm going to give him a refresh.
I got him. I'll see. I guess if I can sync this.
Got him loading for me right now.
Yeah, he's on the main menu at the very moment.
Okay.
Scrolling.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Hopefully we're caught up now, or I'm caught up to you rather.
And spin should be live in just a few seconds here.
Do you want to read this one out, Chris?
Sure.
Awesome.
Let's see. We've got Don Yates with Electrocution as the sommelier, and Tamara Vidal with any SMG disguised as the lawyer. So another 2 unique disguises here on this map.
Yeah.
SMG, there's plenty of silenced SMGs on the map, so that's not too big of an issue. And I mean, there are car batteries, but they're really out of the way. So, but the setup for Yates Electrocution isn't that bad. I mean, you can get him in the garden if you want to. So yeah, we'll see what they opt for on that. But
both players opting to smuggle stuff in, which I think is interesting, because it's you could potentially do this without it, but obviously having a smuggle if you've got a particular setup in mind. We see the snail and coins over on Alex's side.
The ever popular waiter start as well.
Yeah.
For both players here.
I think Alex is opting to find an electric item on the map because...
or might be replanning that.
He might be replanning for that specific purpose, yeah.
Yeah, there's the taser. Yeah, the only battery I know of is in the grape fields, like where the briefcase smuggle is. And I think there's another one like by the Gaucho, like sniper area, but those are like
So
way out
out
of
of the
the way.
way. Yeah.
I don't know. I used it one time in Improv Royale, and that's the only reason I had to know that. So I imagine we'll just, see the normal tomorrow in the bushes bonus points if you sniper from the villa, of course.
Oh man, with an
But
SMG, that would be.
yeah, gonna have to get the lawyer for that. Listen, like I'm saying, clip farming, do it with a shotgun.
Yeah. Might as well
You'll
go big
probably
or
run
go
out of
home.
ammo, but
All right, Alex had some difficulties luring Tamara over in his practice just before the spin went live, but he does look to have hooked her here. Same thing with Kenny. Kenny is going to get her, and she's going to be down for both players. Lots of simultaneous gameplay on these two players.
and of course the frisk skip looks like what Kenny's going to take advantage of here as uh, Alex is going
Alex is
down, maybe
going
going
down.
right for the sommelier now.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, that'd be
Um,
it'd be unique because they're gonna miss Don's timing, but
yeah, so that's what Kenny's worried about, and he's just going to drop Yates into the bathroom sink, and
yeah, you
he
can
can
set
just
that
stay
kill
there.
up. Exactly.
Yeah, leave that remote forever.
I think that's the better strategy here, just because, yeah, I mean, I just love that punch so much. All right,
Yeah,
so that's going to be
yeah.
Yates
So
down.
not heard. As long as Yates sees you throw the thing at his wife, he won't scream. So that's slap him in the face and just set up Yates if he wanted to. Those guards on the stairs, one of them has a silenced SMG, but I think both players brought one in.
This is a
And Alex gets,
risky cut
yeah,
across. Yeah, he's going to get spotted all the way. I think he would have been fine if he would have just gone as soon as he came out.
and that was like the very last second there that he got spotted. And
Where was he thinking he was going to... I don't know. Does he know about climbing up outside of the villa?
maybe. I mean, it seems like he didn't know that Waiter wasn't allowed in there because obviously he's allowed on the grounds. Yeah, I mean, he had already ripped anyways, so it's not that big of a deal. At least he knows that now.
Kenny's got the puddle going for the electrocution kill on Don.
I've had this sync work every time, so fingers crossed. And
Just trying to make sure he's as connected to the water bits as possible. Sometimes you wish that you could finagle bodies just a little bit better.
yeah, that looks plenty good there.
Yeah.
And gonna grab his smuggle upstairs.
Yeah.
Not sure what that is. A seeker, probably.
I'm not sure. Yeah, let's take a look. Yeah, either a seeker or a calmer. I can't remember what he grabbed.
Yeah, me neither.
And it's the same. Okay, yeah, it's a calmer. It's the same silhouette, so But I think
Yeah.
Alex was planning on bringing a seeker, maybe.
Yeah. So, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. It might be his taser actually.
So I was thinking seeker because seeker I like bring on almost every Mendoza spin, but obviously when you do waiter start, you have no use for it because you don't need to seeker tomorrow because you've already got her isolated.
Would it be beneficial at all for any of the disguises?
I have no idea where the sommelier goes, but there's definitely better ways for that. And the lawyer, I mean,
yeah, he's almost by himself already.
I think probably just throws up in the open somewhere, no matter where you do it. So, but the trank will definitely help with the lawyer because you can hit him while he's in the bushes looking at his birds.
Alex is going for this security disguise here. Looks like.
Yep.
Oh, is his plan to get... No, he's already got Tamara isolated, so I don't know
I think
what
he
the
just
purpose of
wants
this is.
the key card
Oh,
here is probably.
you're right. Yeah, get into where the sommelier is.
There we go.
Good call.
Yeah, he did have an SMG, but obviously he's gonna have to get rid of that guy anyways. So.
Right.
So yeah, the sommelier, you can just kind of go into the room and knock them out if you want. You can trigger the temperature controls. A couple options there. Get stuck on the stupid barrels. Trying to jump down. Yeah, he's gonna want the dongle or a screwdriver here.
I think he's trying to avoid cameras.
There we go.
As well.
And Kenny doing just about the same thing here. He's got both kills set up. So just some disguise grabbing, and it's really annoying me that he's swapped shoulders for like the last 3 minutes.
Not quite sure what's going on over on Alex's side of things. Did he toss a coin?
I'm not sure. So he is allowed in this room, but only after he's climbed up. And
yeah.
As you can see there, he's getting like big wall hacked.
Yeah.
As he's doing it, so.
I see his fingertips and. Okay, that looked like a good toss, and this now has a radius of approximately 4 miles.
Yep, so exactly.
Should be fine.
But the glass is off.
Oh, okay.
He actually hit the guy through the wall there, which is nice, but if you're going to knock this guy out, you probably want to turn that glass back on. Does he know that that's...
I don't know if he knows. But
I mean, you can dump him down the hole, and then I guess he'll be fine. There you go.
Well, I, for one, can't handle that. All right, so he's still got to get upstairs and get Yates set up for the kill as well.
Yeah, indeed. And, I mean, if he just wants to wait for Yates to come back inside, he doesn't have that much time to wait.
No.
He's going to have an issue going up here, though, because these guards are psychic and will come to look at you as the sommelier.
Yep.
For the mission story.
Oh, that's such a problem. He's going to have to go out and around. Well, Kenny has everything that he needs for Yates, but he hasn't triggered the electrocution yet.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, but, you know, that sort of thing, I feel like you always just want to try to trigger it as soon as possible, just to make sure they actually die.
Does he have it mixed up?
Oh, no. Oh, no. He paused. I think he's got to be checking the spin when he does that.
Yeah.
Right? He switched to the taser.
Okay. I saw him go into his inventory, and I was like, is he going to grab the SMG?
I think the fact that he was going there and that he hadn't triggered the kill means that I think he just saved himself by checking the spin there.
No, and that's, I mean, that's good practice to just, before you do it, just double check.
Just glance at the very least, just make sure. And so just the lawyer now, he's headed in that direction. But the lawyer's going to be on the move here in the next few minutes up to the villa. Has this become the longest match? It's over an hour away, but...
Yeah, we've got some time. No, but we ran the whole gamut in Bangkok, and we ran pretty late into Colorado as well. So it could be the longest match if Kenny pulls this map point off.
Yeah, I don't need you giving me that bad juju right now.
That's true. We got to get Chris some food, all right?
To go to sleep eventually.
Yeah. Meme thought the first were an hour.
Yeah, no.
It's only 47 minutes.
But yeah, so Alex has triggered the meeting for Yates, and I don't really even know what his options are down there, if they exist.
Know. If you seeker Yates there, where does he go?
Don't ask me. I have
Okay.
absolutely no
Yeah, I
idea.
would never do it this way either.
The
So I.
only time I've ever had Yates down here is when I was doing the challenges for this map. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, the fact that you can poison his drink.
Oh, and has he? I don't, I don't
Uh,
think you can stand right
he
there.
throws up in the water in the caves. Okay, I mean, you can do it with the sprinkler system, but then you have to get rid of the 2 mercenaries. So yeah,
It's risky.
I think that's a little too many hoops to leap through.
Yeah. I mean, if you could get him to this bathroom down here, but that is
So
just not gonna. You've got
we
so far to
can
go.
see on Kenny's side, he's got the lawyer already in here, and
Yep, there's the KO. I don't. Can you grab him? You can. Okay.
wow, he got that off to the side there. I was a little worried. But yeah, that mercenary is just the one that stands at the gate that you talk to. So he's the only one that would ever come in here, anyways. Oh, that's true, meme. Yeah, absolutely not.
Oh, Alex set up the story and stuff, but he doesn't have the actual wine that
Yep.
he needs. He's got to go. Oh, no.
That 1945 Grand Paladin.
Yeah.
Does he know the vintage year? Why is the brightness so high on the? Oh my! Does he not know the code?
Oh,
Oh
no.
no!
I think he entered the train code, 1975.
I
No,
didn't.
that's
I can't see
1979.
because it's so bright.
Yeah, it is pretty.
What is
Well,
that? That's blood. That's blood money, right? Has he not played blood money? Shaking my head.
oh, Kenny shot Tamara,
Didn't
but
kill
only
her.
wounded her. So
There we go.
does get the kill there.
And he can. I don't know if he's actually allowed to just go right back up into the villa now that he's already gotten access. Because even if the NPC does it for you, you still have access up there. But
Right.
I guess just going to Tango.
Yeah.
Now you can still rip during the Tango, but
Can you
from what I've
really?
seen, yes. It's not like some other exits where the second you hit the prompt, it stops your timer. So I mean, unless they've changed that in the last few patches, which I highly doubt. But so yeah, gonna have to see those 3 green guns, but I don't think there's even a chance for him to rip.
Yeah. I mean, he can get to
Are
the
they gonna?
car, but yeah, they're gonna frisk him. So he's got a lot of illegal items in his inventory. But
I
there's
mean, it's
also
still.
a bush right there.
I
You
feel
just drop
like
him in.
I feel like it's still got to be. The Tango is so slow, even if she's right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's just waiting it out though.
Can't believe he didn't bring his proximity explosive duck. Shaking my head.
I would not even try that. I'd be so worried about killing
Yeah,
myself.
no shot.
All right, but he does get out. We'll see the score screen, but I mean, he was green guns, so I'm assuming that he's gonna.
We see Alex still trying to get this
Still trying to
kill.
get this stupid story mission going.
Yeah, you hit done when the Tango starts, obviously, for the photo
Yes.
finish purposes, but we still have to wait. And yeah, that's why people do the duck in the first place, because it still counts your time afterwards.
Yep.
One last Tango.
Oh, I don't even know what Alex's plan is here.
Yeah, I think it definitely warranted a restart. Because like, I don't even know if anything's gonna happen.
Yeah,
With that,
I don't.
Kenny does take the map, so
He does. I don't see how it would be possible, to salvage it, to get him moving, because you'd have so much to do. Even if you got him sick, you would have so much to do just to get him to a place where he could be electrocuted. It's just not worth it.
As Meme points out, not only do you have the 2 guards that are already standing there, you have the 2 that follow
But his
him
two
as
guards,
well.
exactly. And if you want to get him
And
to a bathroom, you
there's
have
no
to...
boxes. Like,
No. It's just like, well, hope
it's a
that,
disaster.
maybe with the snail you could get multiples at once, but it's, yeah. Anyway, GG's to Kenny. Good job taking that map, and yeah, we're going to Miami next.
Miami. Any United States citizens in the chat?
Represent.
probably just them and meme at this point. It's like 11 Eastern.
It is really late. All right, we've got a new prediction live in the chat, so bet those G monies, or we'll break your legs or something. I'm trying to make the bookie thing work.
Yeah. I probably should actually tag the players when I make the post. That'd be a good idea. I don't actually know if it'll still tag them, but I'm doing it anyways.
First time adminning.
There.
Awesome.
First spin, not legal.
10:50 New Hampshire. Okay, yeah, so T-North's East Coast as well. Stay safe out there, T-North. Bundle up. Usually join your channels in Pennsylvania. So yeah, we do it. We've got some East Coast people in the chat.
Make sure I send that spin. Okay, all is well. So second random map, there will be potentially one more after this that will not be a decider if Kenny wins this map. First to 6, obviously, so.
That is true. Yep, so Kenny is still on match point. We'll have our spin here in a minute 20. So, Kenny doesn't have a lot of stats on a lot of these maps, so his lifetime performance for Miami is 0-0-0. But Alex has yet to take a win on Miami. 0-2-1 is his current record. Franco's in Argentina. It's nice.
The Jorge Franco?
it's the
I
Franco.
believe he moved to Argentina.
Yeah. I thought I killed you. I'm sorry. This is awkward.
Bienvenidos. Oh, am I allowed to speak Spanish in Gunther's stream? Please don't ban me.
Yeah, you're allowed to speak Spanish. So long as it's not like some sort of racial thing, like slur in Spanish.
Oh,
you're perfectly
I can make
good.
that happen.
Yeah. Seems like the barest bar to set.
Not in Mendoza. Yeah, I'm sure Franco is more familiar with anybody that none of the NPCs on Mendoza actually sound Argentinian, like
really?
in the slightest, really, because it's all just the Colombian voices.
Yeah.
From SF. Argentinians have a very, I don't know, unique accent.
All right. Well, we have our spin, and it is live. I'll take this one, Chris, if that's all right.
For sure.
We have Sierra Knox with Consume Poison. Another Consume Poison as the... I'm going to butcher this. How do you pronounce this? Kowloon? Am I saying that right?
Kowloon.
Kowloon
like
driver.
Animal.
And then we have Robert Knox with a Starfish while disguised as the Blue Seed driver. Okay, interesting. This will be fun because I've seen several players struggle with the Blue Seed driver disguise. Like, if you don't know how to get it, it can be incredibly challenging.
Yeah, this is definitely on the weirder side of Miami spins, that's for sure.
I do like that there's two driver disguises, though.
And yeah, drivers, honestly, still kind of a novelty. I mean, they've been allowed for a while, but it's just like they're all unique.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, there's not a bunch of people wandering around in these disguises, so.
So usually what people do, I think, is just crowbar the door open, and then he comes to get it.
Yeah.
You can also kind of trank him out in the open. There's not that many real NPCs there.
Right. And, the thing I see most is just the toss behind where he sat.
Mhm.
You know. Yeah, and Tinor
Yeah,
pointing out, if you do know, it's one of the easiest disguises. Exactly. It's like free if you know it, but if you don't know it, it's like approaching it, you're like, what the heck am I supposed to do here?
and speaking of, Kowloon Driver, also a very free disguise if you know how to do it. Kind of isolates himself in the VIP lounge, so
Getting an early replan from Kenny here.
we will do the classic Miami and hope that they know not to use the mechanics instead of the driver disguises. But...
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, we've got Kenny's restarting to start upstairs in that lounge area, probably to grab the sugar in the race, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I think waiter is probably what I would opt for here, and Alex accidentally
no.
wasted snail there.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Like when you drop a prox mine, you have a very limited window to get it back.
Yeah. And so neither player is starting what's it called, event crew. So maybe we will see both players try to serve Sierra instead of doing the trophy.
Yeah, well, I know that if she loses the race as well and she goes upstairs to her little sweet thing, she takes a drink of something up there too. It's been years since I did that. All right, so that's Kenny just changed into this disguise. Is this the driver disguise?
Yes, that is the Kowloon. He's, as far as I know, the only person that ever walks into that room anyways, but I mean, just put him in the box. It's right there.
Yeah.
He's got the consume poison in his inventory. You don't have to bring it in, but it's pretty loadout light spin. So, and Alex is going to go ahead and end the race himself.
All right.
So I didn't actually see who he disqualified there.
Me neither.
Based on where he's headed, I would say probably Moses. Oh, and it's enforced.
That's...
I don't even think he realized he ripped.
that was...
He's still going.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
go. Oh, man. I'm wondering if he's just trying to gather some information right now, too.
And the fact that he's looking at the Kowloon mechanics right now is going to be very concerned.
Yeah. Yep.
Because there's not really anything he could get out of the Moses disguise, so... Yeah, I think, unfortunately, this is probably going to be a wrong kill from Alex if he does end up getting it.
You almost, like, in this situation, you almost want him to get it. That way he's
for sure.
informed. Because otherwise, if he rips this, something else, he's going to do it again and again until he does get it, so...
And it is important to note, he has already ripped, by the way.
Yeah.
He's been red guns for...
That is true, yeah. He got him forced in yet. Oh, he didn't actually... Oh, I saw him go to the pause screen. I thought that he actually restarted. You are absolutely right. So I mean, this has to just be information gathering at this point.
Yeah, he just got spotted again, and he's still going. So he's trying to figure something out here.
Right.
I mean, he's looking around so that in the Kowloon area, so that leads me to believe that he knows it's the driver. Because, I mean, why else would he be walking around in there? But I don't know. He's obviously doing research.
Yeah. Yeah, and, you know, this is a good time to mention hitmaps.com because the players are able to use hitmaps, which can tell you disguises and all that stuff.
Oh, there he is. Oh, there's somebody else in here. Cool. I always put him in the box anyways.
That's probably safest.
I feel like if he's already ripped, he might as well just hit him in the face and make sure it's the right disguise.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think that might be what he's doing now. I mean, he's using a lot of spin time to do this, but it's better to get all the way through this and make sure that you know exactly what you're doing, so you don't make the same mistakes again. But at least you're right. He's identified the driver.
Yeah.
And now, hopefully, he won't be hanging around the mechanic's garage. So.
And hopefully he knows the same for the blue seed driver as well.
Yeah.
It looks like Kenny's changing up the strat here. Race marshal start this time for him.
Yeah, so both players going for the same start here.
And he actually, I just heard the announcer, he disqualified Moses there.
Okay. So maybe poisoning the trophy?
Yeah, I don't even know, honestly, if Sierra comes through the paddock, if she wins at all. I'm going to talk to, like, her girlfriend, but it seems like he probably wants to do the trophy here, which will work just fine.
All right. Who is Alex disqualified?
Robert and Starfish.
I'm gonna.
Somebody, I don't know. All I saw was him waving the flag.
I tried to crank up the volume to hear the announcer and I couldn't. So, well, we do the best that we can here. Where's our sideline reporter? And we now go live to our sideline reporter who can tell us who was just disqualified.
We're gonna actually, in future roulette matches, we'll be sending casters to the homes of the players so that we can get, instant feedback about what their thought process is.
That would be amazing and very distracting. And could you imagine the travel that you would need?
We've got people like Meme and Canetta that are like the only people in their country, as far as I know.
Exactly. It would be a lot of that stuff. Well, Kenny has poisoned the trophy now. And we know that Sierra will be going up there eventually, so he's got to get the Kowloon disguise in the meantime, though.
Yeah. And I think he didn't get it as early as possible, so it'll probably be around 8 minutes. I'll say that she'll die, so he's got plenty of time to get this Robert kill.
Yeah.
But he's gonna have a lot of.
I'm sorry.
He's gonna have a lot of juggling to do in that case, because both disguises are on the other side of the map from where his 2 kills are.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he could swing up and grab the blue driver disguise and then get over to Robert, but I would almost prefer to get the Kowloon driver disguise first and bring that closer to where Robert is.
I think it's like kind of no matter what you do, it's going to be close if you want to try to do it as, efficiently as possible. But
right. But yeah, it's like, I don't know what the timing is.
If you think it's worth it.
So
and of course, when Sierra gets closer to the trophy, Robert comes down to meet up with her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so in that case, it probably would be more beneficial to get Robert here. Maybe he's just going for the isolation on Robert. That would save him some time. Then he's got Robert isolated and ready to kill when he comes back, but then he can just focus on the Kowloon driver, but give himself enough time. Yeah, it'll be interesting.
I guess maybe he just grabs the Starfish and then leaves Robert here, and then he'll kind of grab the Kowloon driver. Sierra will die, and then grab the blue seed and then run back over here. And he's got the right aquarium.
Wow. That's game knowledge. Know where that is.
Number 12, baby.
Because I had no idea. I would basically just break. Oh no! But he gets enforced before he's able to get out.
He was so close. He was so close.
Alex has the blue seed driver disguise. And he's working on heading toward Robert now. He's disqualified Sierra, Or he's ended the race. I mean, I don't know who he's disqualified. What does he? Has he poisoned the trophy? What's his plan for getting her to drink?
No, I'm really not sure.
Because I don't think she just has like a
He
continuous cycle where she does consume something, does she?
no. The only, I mean, as far as I know, the only two options on the map are you serving her the food and the trophy.
I think Snail pointed out in the chat that she does drink in the paddock. I think that's what that like after race area is, where she goes and hangs out.
Upstairs.
Yes.
Her girlfriend drinks upstairs.
But she does not. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
You just give her the food when she's downstairs, and
I gotcha.
you can. It's one of those ones that you can just serve anybody. So.
And Snow points out you can serve her in the paddock, so that
Yeah.
was a misunderstanding on my part.
See, I don't know. He kind of just he ended the race, and then he got his blue seed driver disguise, which is now over here.
Yeah. Where's he
I
going?
guess he's gonna do Robert, and then, but I don't really know. I don't really think he has options for Sierra after that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's not something that you want to be sussing out as you're doing the spin.
We actually saw a console match from Yanini where we had Sierra consumed, and he was waiting a long time. And after that very first time that Sierra walked up to the counter, it was like 2 more cycles, and she didn't do it again.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's even an option after that. Yeah, the chili shot, you can poison the milk as well. Forgot about that. But that one's like even longer than the trophy.
You're the junior slip wrench who got injured yesterday, right? Sierra's coming in. Everyone on your station.
All right, so Kenny's ending the race with the sugar here.
Yeah, you can do the chili shot and change disguises. After she does the last one, she walks into the kitchen to drink the milk. Or actually, I don't think you can poison the chili shot itself, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Anyways, race over. For Kenny, he's got his disguise, and we're gonna see him do the serve, I would imagine, because I mean he made Sierra lose, so she's not gonna drink out of the trophy at any point.
Right. This is pretty good. He's got the waiter disguise back here for free.
Yeah, just gotta watch out for the enforcer at the bar.
Yep, and he's got some waiting that he has to do.
Please don't. Please don't. Okay, he got it. But after he killed this lady's on a cycle, so he's gonna have to worry about her after he poisons Sierra, because he's gotta hurry to get back to that disguise.
Right.
And Alex.
In combat. He didn't know where the starfish was, so he did some wandering. Managed to get it, but then get in combat.
He got I guess a 3-shot there. He got that instant combat.
It's now pointing out it's actually worth secreting this waitress.
I really don't like the way 47 says that.
He's got to be quick.
Oh, you got away from her.
He makes the disguise change before the prompts pop up. Does that count, admin?
Good.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, he's good.
Awesome. Hey, good job. That was amazing.
It would have been closer if she had the shorter animation. He got the long poison animation.
Yeah.
But Yeah, it's counted like when they hit the ground. So
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
he
Yeah,
was
no, good
he was
job.
ahead of it there for sure.
That puts him in really good spot because now all he's got to do is get the blue seed driver disguise and get over to Robert.
And he's headed that way.
Yeah. He grabs his Seeker Calmer. It's a Calmer. Oh, but that's a big whoosh. So he's got a peekaboo.
Can he take cover here for a corner subdue?
He's opting for this pistol panic.
Oh, that guy heard that Kruger from on the other side of that.
He
That's
did, yeah. That's.
I
But
mean, it's a
he
good
gets
save.
away, yeah, because
I thought he was going to get spotted through the metal there, but
yeah,
it's a wall.
counted enough as
Yeah.
one.
You might have to wait a little bit here.
He doesn't have a way to unlock this door, so he's gonna have to.
And that's how you would normally distract him, is with opening that door. I don't even know where the nearest crowbar is. By the medic tent? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's where he was trying to go when he was trying to get through this building, because there's that door that leads out back. The downside being, of course, that he had to use that panic to get out of there.
Oh yeah, there's one like right here around this corner.
Oh, perfect.
I vaguely remember Coates doing a Winners Club contract where he used that.
He tosses his snail.
He's gonna set that off himself.
Yeah, that was very close.
That was pretty close.
I don't know why he's going for this.
Yeah, he's gonna get some food vendor.
Yeah, I mean, but he's gonna get found like immediately.
Yeah. He got kind of wrecked by this guy's cycle, but
yeah,
I'm pretty sure he's allowed back there.
Yeah, that might be what he's. Yeah, he is. I don't know what the
Yeah, the trespassing zone.
Was.
The trespassing zone starts like once you get halfway through the semis, so he was good there.
Okay.
And should be good.
He's got the blue seed driver on the hook, so now it's just a matter of getting there. Oh, ItsTheAleeex is trying to get up to poison the trophy, but you can't do that as a race marshal. You have to be the coordinator.
Indeed.
But he says, "Sir, have you seen my snail?" And
got it. What was the one? There was one match where somebody was like trying to poison the trophy for like, I swear it was like 30 minutes.
Really? Oh man.
Because of the trespassing zone. It was crazy. Like one run, he knocked that guard out and just like left him on the platform.
I mean, that couldn't have worked. Sure.
No.
The thing is, as well, this is a lesser known feature, but hitmaps also. Oh no, Kenny's gonna rip there, trying to get
he pulled the gun out.
I don't know why. I don't know.
He had to wait for the guard to walk away, anyways.
Yeah.
The guy.
Well, what I was saying was a plug for hitmaps, because if you select the disguise, it shows you where your trespassing zones are. So if you're ever unsure, like, hey, where can I go with the race marshal disguise? You can.
Especially
you can take a look.
Especially for the 2016 and Hitman 2 maps.
And that's going to be a rip from Alex. He gets a full suspicion meter.
And we've got 26 minutes left.
26 and a half minutes left, yep.
Yep. Nice door there.
Kenny trying to get
what that was.
the subdue prompt.
Oh my god.
He's just gonna deck him instead. I mean, if you're gonna rip, you want it to be in the first minute like that, but it's not what you want to see if you can avoid it.
Yeah, the mascot's allowed on the podium because he's part of the winner ceremony.
Yeah, he's part of the whole shindig.
He does his jumping jacks.
All right, so both players, hopefully with a little bit more knowledge, getting back into this, as Alex is going to end the race. All right, let's see. He's got to be disqualifying Moses Lee if his plan is to poison the trophy. I think he got up here late because he's got to wait for an entire cycle right now. Alex is heading to poison the trophy now, and then I'm guessing we'll see him make his way back to get the Kowloon driver. Or is he going for the mascots, this guy's? I saw in the chat, Arnak said that the mascot is allowed up there, and you were just talking about the jumping jacks as well. So, that wouldn't be a bad strategy either. Okay, and he's going to pick up his smuggle as well from that bathroom. So, he's got as much of the kit that he's brought in as possible. Kenny is working on ending the race through the sabotage of the engine.
You're the junior slip wrench who got injured yesterday, right? Sierra's coming in. Everyone on your stations, now!
So we'll most likely see the quick disguise change after the poison kill for Kenny, which was very close last time. So, all right, a little bit of a pause from Alex too, probably assessing what he's doing, where he's going to go.
Timing on the paddock serving. Yeah, the way I do it is I leave a weapon so that nobody sees it until Sierra walks up to the counter. So she reports it and then eats the food. So that gives you like a 20-second window. You just grab your guys and then go to whatever the next thing is in the spin. And it gives you a lot more of an opportunity.
Kenny's gonna go for the blend-in prompt again. That's gonna. Oh my god! How? That spot was so full.
She had an exclamation point even, and it turned back into a circle.
I mean, hey, green guns is green guns.
Good one. Yeah, so he's gonna have to hope she's looking down when he steps away from that. And here she comes.
I mean, this timing is actually almost perfect.
Yeah, he's got the girl walking away as well.
Yeah, so he can just get out of there and get to his disguise. Okay, she's starting to eat. Ooh, that's just in time, but he did make it.
Mm-hmm.
Good deal. All right, well, ItsTheAleeex has the trophy poisoned. Now he's just working on getting his way over to the Kowloon driver, I'm assuming. What is the timing on Sierra drinking out of the trophy?
If you get the first cycle on the disqualifying thing, it's like 7.5 minutes, I think.
Oh dang, that's so long. I mean, it works for Alex, as he has time, but woof.
Yeah, I think he was like one cycle late, so like about 8 minutes, I think, is when she'll die.
It's good awareness of the security camera there by Alex, as he's going to be able to take that out. And he's right by the lounge. I think he just... No, that's the engineer. Did he miss the timing on the... I think he did. I think he missed the driver's timing, but he's trespassing in this disguise if he goes in there. So he's going to have to be really careful about how he does this.
Yeah, and I have no
Oh.
idea when he's gonna log back in here.
Yeah, I know that it's got to be soon because he's been out for a while. But I like this play from Alex. If he can get this disguise change, then he's allowed in here. And the other guy won't enforce this, so that's good. All right, Kenny's going to be able to get the blue driver disguise. He's trespassing right now, but that's only because he's back here. He should be able to get into a non-trespassing area very shortly.
It's kind of weird that the Kowloon driver is allowed back there, but the Blue Sea driver is only allowed to be in his like autograph stand.
That is true, yeah. I mean, Blue Sea driver isn't a real driver, apparently. Oh. All right. Alex is going to be able to get this disguise. And now it's just a matter of waiting.
Time to kill.
Yeah. So you
But,
can
I mean,
get
there's-
the Blue Sea driver set up, basically.
Yep.
But that's really all that he can do because he's going to have to stay in this disguise for a while. But Kenny's in a pretty good spot. He's got Sarah down. He's got his disguise. I don't think he has the starfish yet, but you can get that in the same building where you're heading to Robert anyway, so. Blue Sea driver finally getting found by an NPC. But he was tranked, so he is perfectly fine. Where's the Blue Sea driver going for, Alex?
I guess he should have taken a weird.
Yeah, I mean
I have no idea.
he's also hooked this other NPC, which is not
Is that the
ideal.
lady? Yeah.
What's his plan gonna be here?
I mean, he can leave the body here, but he needs to watch out for this lady and the guard at the end. Let me see. Sierra should drink anytime now.
Yep, we got the picture-in-picture.
Just please wait for that.
I thought I was going for the prompts as well.
That'd be a long rip.
Yeah, he's just gotta be patient. But the timing works out pretty well. Now he's got the disguise that he needs.
There she goes. Yep.
Kenny is waiting to take the shot and get the starfish here.
These guards are really bad about going into combat, even if they don't see you shoot. So
he gets away. Good. Yeah. So now it's just a matter of getting up to Robert. So Kenny's in a very commandable position right now. Alex isn't too far behind, but Kenny has very few obstacles left at this point.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah, that's right. Yeah, both are making their way over to Robert. So ItsTheAleeex still has to go and get the starfish, which Kenny already has.
Just stealing from hardworking street musician when he probably has zillions of dollars in his bank account.
That is true. But I could also see like 40. What if 47 was just like a jerk?
Why doesn't 47 use like a wad of hundreds as a distraction? That would work way better.
Then a coin, yeah. Well, it's because he's also very frugal. It's a lesser known Hitman fact. Oh, man.
We see Kenny, the Kruger with the console. It's like.
So, yeah.
The bullet RNG is going to be too strong.
You make sure it's dead this time.
Yikes.
Right. Alex, there he goes. I was gonna say he seems like he's gonna just leave that disguise there, even though it would allow him to mosey through here a little bit easier.
Now we hope Kenny doesn't get spotted around this corner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a good thing for any prospective roulette player out there. You want to make sure that you practice this timing so that you know when to shimmy around these boxes so that you aren't spotted in this room, because it can be a problem. Okay, Alex has the correct aquarium this time. He's grabbed the starfish. He's got to swing back and get his disguise. But Kenny has... he's already got Robert isolated. There's the starfish kill. And quick disguise change as well. And he's right next to the helicopter, so you gotta imagine he's getting out of here no problems.
Just don't get spotted. I think the guard just went inside. Please, prompt.
Yeah, took a while.
There we go.
And he's out. All right, so that's Green Guns exits. I mean, Alex is close, but I don't think he's close enough to warrant a photo finish.
Let's see, when did that? Yeah, it was about 15 seconds ago.
Yeah, I don't see him taking...
He hasn't shot the laptop, right? So
right. Yep.
that's going to be a win for Kenny. And 4-4, baby, map 5.
Yeah, good job to Kenny being able to pull this one back. And we're going to our fifth map, which is Mumbai, which I'm sure will be very
gaming.
fast.
Let's see, what time should I set this for?
We have new predictions in the chat. So bet them G monies. Hopefully more than one person bets so that there's an actual payout. But I leave that to you, viewers. Yeah, good job, Kenny. I mean, to be down 4-0 and to swing it to force a fifth map, you know, that's no small feat.
Mm-hmm. I got a DM for something. Okay. Alright, I will make sure the spin is agreed upon and send it.
Alex finishing the Miami spin while we wait for the Mumbai spin to go live. Didn't go for the helicopter exit.
No dolphin exit either. Sad face.
Yeah, he's gonna go all the way to the race entrance and just walk out like a regular person.
Like a regular person. And then everybody can just steal a helicopter.
Yeah, exactly. I did appreciate that he didn't throw the starfish and he just used it as a actual melee kill. It's not something you see often.
Yeah, we actually added contract conditions for melee kills now. You just can't see them.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Thrown versus melee.
That would be complex, but very cool. Because it would turn melee weapons into, some of them are live and some of them, you know, you can.
Oh yeah, people have suggested it. I don't know the likelihood of that happening, but
I don't know. I think spins themselves can be complicated enough. I mean, I think this tournament alone, we've seen how many maps go to a draw, you know? So I don't know if it's something that maybe in later stages of the tournament, but I definitely don't think it should be the rule.
I mean, the thing is that, like, you know, it's good that live kills exist because there's different strats for them.
Mm-hmm.
But adding more live kills, like, people are just going to use those same strats that they would use for, like, Fiberwire.
Right.
So, you know, it's not necessarily going to be that much different. But yeah, the spin coming in just over a minute. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah.
Between maps.
I'll keep the lovely people entertained. All right, so We're looking at this. Kenny has an 0-1 lifetime performance on Mumbai, which is the first time I've seen a stat on Kenny's. Not counting Colorado, I suppose. And then we have ItsTheAleeex, who is 1-0 on Mumbai. So this is going to be an interesting one. Mumbai is always a fun one because 3 different targets, 3 different disguises, 3 different kill conditions. You really have to know your stuff. You have to know the isolations. You have to know some optimization while you're going about the regular isolations, and you have to be able to think on the fly. There are a couple disguises, a couple weapons that'll send you to the far reaches of the map that are going to make it a little bit more complicated than you might be expecting going in. So we see ItsTheAleeex is sitting on the planning screen right now in a suit with a Seeker. Looks like a Skywalk start, most likely going for an early isolation on Wazir Kale. All right,
Hello.
so we have, welcome back. We have our spin, and it's live. Chris, you want to read this? You want me to take it?
I got it. We've got Wazir Kale with the injected poison as the lead actor. We've got Vanya Shah, sniper rifle as a thug, and the Wood Rangan with an old X as a dancer.
All right.
Check your screens, folks. We've got 2 dancers.
This is good. I like this. So we've got lead actor. That's a unique disguise. That's a unique isolation to get. Sniper rifle, there is one on the map. So they don't technically have to bring it in if they don't want, but the one on the map is a loud one. So if they so choose, they can do that. But my favorite part of this is the Maelstrom needs to be live killed, and that throws a little bit of a wrench in the plans because if you toss the brick, they'll raise the flag and you'll get him moving. But yeah, you're gonna need to get that injected poison while he's still conscious. So we're not going to see the traditional Skywalk isolation.
I mean, we might. I think if you Seeker him, like right at the start, you should have enough time. I mean, the lead actor's like, I don't know, in one of the directions. It's like right around the
He
corner.
is close to the Skywalk, so yeah, that would be great. Like,
but we'll see here.
I would love to see that. Both players loading in. This is a console match, so loading times do matter.
Look at that. Oh, rip.
Ooh, that's, yeah. I mean, that makes sense when you pick up the old axe early doors.
I mean, it seems like that's what Kenny's going to do here. There's not really much else reason.
Yeah.
If he's got a different plan to be doing this.
Going for a replan. I didn't see him take the shot right at the start. But yeah, for
he's chilling.
The Maelstrom, I think, is going to be the biggest problem setup wise here, because if you get him early, like you're saying, the other 2 targets you can go about like any regular spin, but
yeah, no, for Vanya and Dawood, at least no accidents, no live kills, no
exactly,
no loud kills. So.
And I didn't see. Is anybody bringing in a sniper rifle?
I'm not sure what Kenny has smuggled because obviously he's not bringing one with him at the start.
He's not going to Seeker. He's not going to Seeker the Maelstrom. But he doesn't. He looks like he's just letting the Maelstrom go.
Which is interesting. I guess he's just going to get the lead actor and then raise the flag. Probably.
Yeah, I think that's probably he grabs a brick for when the time comes.
But the lead actor should be coming in a moment here. I don't actually know if... I think his start is the same no matter where you start, but...
The lead actors, you mean?
Yeah. It should be, at least. There we we go. This guard's gonna walk away, so he shouldn't hear this. And you'll just shove him down there.
Oh, that's right. That's a pacify. Like like forever ago, I remember pacifying the lead actor, and then he fell into the smallest bit of water and he drowned. And I was like, oh,
That's funny.
I guess I am not allowed to do that. It's like, no, you can. You just got really unlucky.
Yeah, that's something you can do for the maelstrom, intentionally.
Yeah,
For fall kills now that the prompts aren't required.
that's awesome.
You can put his nose in like 2 droplets of water.
He just breathes in once and dies. Yeah.
So Alex is headed out, and looks like Kenny's gonna go up. From Skywalk start, it shouldn't be that long now before the flag raises itself, but
Mhm.
I mean, he's gonna go up here anyway, so hit that, and then he can of course grab a thug on his way out. There he goes. So just obviously want to watch out for Neha when you get up here.
All right. ItsTheAleeex is working on clearing out the train yard here. He's just tossed the brick, so Vanya will be coming through pretty shortly.
So it's interesting from thug start to not do the maelstrom. I mean, obviously he's already got the disguise here for the Vanya kill. But then it's just a question of what are you going to do for the maelstrom's timing to get this live kill?
Right. And that's the thing. I don't know, because you would think you'd want to be ready for the maelstrom right now.
Rima is slow
Wow.
as heck.
That's a
New record.
latest I've ever seen her.
Yeah, put that on RR stats.
Yeah.
Record
Rima
for slowest
timing.
Rima.
It works out a little bit because this pillar being the head turner that it is. Oh no, he's starting to run out of time though. He really needs to start KOing.
I don't know why he's not KOing this
Yeah,
guy.
I don't know.
Got
That's
so far.
incredibly risky.
I mean, until she walks out in front of the metal workers place, you're good. She should be fine right here. Imagine if she landed in that puddle and died.
All right. Well, Kenny gets his injected poison kill on the maelstrom, so that's 1 down. He's in his thug disguise. He still has his brick, so he hasn't started that. Alex is gonna get his sniper rifle kill on Vanya, but if he wants to go and get Dawood, he's got some work ahead of him.
Yeah, he's got the snail in there. You see, he picks it up into his hand. So
the
I'm
seeker.
imagining a normal snail knockout on those guards, and then I feel like either going into the tower or going to the laundry area for Dancer is probably about the same time.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Kenny's gonna grab his old axe as well and throw that down.
There's a KO from Alex. Is he safe there? Is he safe to leave there? Yeah.
Nope.
No, he's not. Okay. I was
gonna say
say
yeah, because I haven't gotten him found there before, but I mean,
Alex
I
is
guess
trying
neither
to
of the guards
salvage
saw
it.
anything. Oh, there you go. Wait, and rip.
Ah, yeah, from the
Yeah,
that
he
panic
just-
turns the driver that's right there too.
even if the food vendor hadn't seen him there, he would have ripped anyways. He KO'd the guy too fast
Yeah.
before the sedative.
That's rough. So that's gonna be a restart from Alex, and he was well into his spin by that point. So that's obviously discouraging. Kenny is still looking really good.
Yeah, he's gonna do kind of the same thing, except he has the maelstrom dead already, so nothing to worry about with that. He's gonna boink these two.
All right. That's good just to get them out of the way. Then you don't even have to worry about it. He's got his disguise dropped off there.
Is he gonna go for the dancer now? Yeah, it seems like it.
Oh, that's some good optimization. He'll have the disguise basically ready, and then he can go basically straight from Vanya to Dawood.
Yeah, this is majority of the spins. This kind of feels like, I don't know. It just feels kind of clean to do it this way. Maybe it's not always faster, but I just really like to have both disguises ready for the
Yeah.
brick lure. I'm gonna be trespassing, but it's pretty easy to get in and out for
Right.
this disguise.
Now, obviously, like bringing the old axe around adds a bit of time, but I mean, he's already got the old axe transported to where he needs it, you know. So I think that this is just really good. You don't have to worry about leaving bodies laying out in the open for a long period of time. Like,
Yeah, so as long as I'm pretty sure Dawood's guards can be gun flashed, so as long as he doesn't do that
right.
with the axe, axe flash.
Right. For Alex, Vanya's posse is much more on the move this time around. He's going for some bump delays here to keep them honest.
Ooh, that little turn there. That was gross.
I thought he was gonna. I thought for sure he was gonna try and take the swing then. Alright, he's grabbed the sniper rifle. This is a silenced one. It doesn't have to be loud. There's a kill on Vanya, and yeah, he's good there. Bring the sniper rifle with him.
Kenny's got his brick lure started now, and Dancer Disguise is ready for him. Old Axe is pretty much ready for him.
Yeah.
He can juggle that really easily where he needs it to be.
He's in such a good spot right now. He's
So
also
just-
got his sniper rifle and briefcase right and ready to go.
So just don't get GRB'd in this isolation.
Okay, train yard part is done. And he has a little bit longer to take out Vanya since he's taken out the two metal workers. If he needs it. So, obviously, you still want to try to get everybody knocked out. Alex is, he's knocked out the body here again. Oh, he's going to get found there. And I know that because I just did that when I was playing a roulette spin. There's holes. There's
Yeah,
like
he's already
gaps.
over.
Yeah, there's gaps in the fence there. It doesn't work that way, unfortunately.
It's the same thing as last time, except his guards are way further behind now.
Dawood saw it way earlier.
And they're not stopping for that snail. They do not care. So
No, and they're gonna see him try and take that down. Yeah, that's the safest place to drag that guy when you knock him out is just by the stairs. But Kenny getting the kill live on the sniper
very
rifle.
cinematic.
I love it.
Quick slowdown too.
Only way it could have been better is if we had a train exit. Like if for some
no-
reason
no-
Vanya was the last one.
Please, no train exit. We've already seen somebody die to that.
Oh, really? Did they get too close?
Yeah.
That's amazing. I give it a wide berth. You have forever to hit the prompt once the train comes by. You just wait for it. Okay, but Kenny has the dancer disguise. I've never seen that woman jump before.
Me neither. What
That was
the
very
heck was
weird.
that?
I thought she was throwing a tantrum or something.
I've never even seen that animation before.
That was new.
Did they make it just for that lady?
that was very strange.
I don't actually. I haven't seen yet if Kenny has a snail, or if he's just gonna use some darts, or
That he
just
did.
throw.
I feel like if he had darts, he'd be pushing into the site more. I think because he's waiting, he's definitely got to have a snail or something.
And he's not brought his axe over here yet.
Yeah.
He's
Let's drop the.
got a snail there in his inventory,
Oh,
and
okay.
he's not trespassing on that bridge, so
Yeah, he's going for the safer thing here. Get
yeah,
Dawood
the safer
sick.
shot.
He's got the
But,
snail that he can set over there. He still has that food vendor that's going to be wandering, but he should be able to get him and all three guards just as soon as he wanders back.
So he might have to wait just a few seconds on
Yeah.
that, but his cycle's pretty short.
He's got plenty of time, and I mean, obviously, he's got such a lead on Alex right now. He's going for some bump delays here. Yeah, he's got a ways to wait, unfortunately.
Emergent gameplay.
Oh, that's the side KO from
Excellent
Alex
side
too.
KO, yep. Wait. Oh, here he comes. Oh, maybe? Look at that. He's even got a little benchmark for it. The edge of this piece of metal.
That's perfect. Let's see, where's the food vendor going to stand? If he just stays there.
He's checking out Dawood, I
There
think.
he goes. Yep. Dawood's not going to get KO'd from that.
Oh, there's his old axe. I didn't know he brought it over here already.
Yeah, he dropped it by the food vendor earlier.
Yeah. Wow, that was quite the... You see that? The axes.
Yeah.
It like went through his body and
It's
then...
not coming...
I mean, that's
Not
GG,
coming back
though.
from that. I mean, 47 throws really, really hard. But yeah, that was Green Guns and very, very good Mumbai. I mean, there was a lot of back and forth running that you had to do, but Kenny still had 11:30 for a Mumbai spin that had you going to opposite corners of the map. Like that's fantastic.
Yeah, I don't remember him ripping at all.
I
mean, I
think-
know he had some restartage at the beginning, but I don't think
That was
he
more
ever ripped.
replanned than
Yeah.
like a mistake. So I think he did that clean like all the way through. That was very solid.
Okay. I called the 6-0 for Kenny and then sent the results to challenge, and then it undid the score. So
Oh, God.
thank you. Let's try that again.
Just really trying to drag this out so that you don't get the food. There it is. Well, GG's to Kenny. He's going to take this match 6-4, a full reverse sweep to stay alive in the tournament. So, unfortunately, Alex is out, but still put up one heck of a fight. Kenny just able to mount that comeback and see it through all the way to the end. So, Alex is going to be out of the tournament, but Kenny is going to move on to the 5th round of the lower bracket against I Like Hitman, who just won their match today against Fanium. Let's take a look at the brackets real quick. This was a console side, and we're getting close to the end of the console bracket. We've got 3 matches left in the upper bracket, and that includes after the lower bracket final. But yeah, Kenny's going to move on to face I Like Hitman in the next round. So best of luck to him. Let's see some upcoming matches because I think we're done for a bit.
Oh my goodness.
But we do have some coming up, including one at America's Eastern 8 a.m.
It's very scary.
Which Chris is going to have to take care of. Meme Junkie is going to be casting the match opposite that as well. And we also have Gordy just before that, an hour before that. So, yeah, go to hitmaps.com, scroll down to the upcoming matches section. You will see all these matches listed, where they'll be cast, what maps they're on, who's playing, their times in your time zone, all that stuff. So do go check that out. I'm going to do the payout real quick. Once again, GG's to Kenny. And we're going to take a look at who to raid. But otherwise, I think we're done.
So Barb is streaming Elden Ring. I don't see anybody playing Hitman that I
Let's
know.
do it. Let's do Barb.
It's like, what time zone is he in? Isn't it like...
He's Eastern, too. Yeah, it's like, I'm pretty sure he's Eastern.
he's been streaming for 4 hours. So I don't know how much longer he'll be up, but...
Well, he'll be up long enough for us to say hi, and that's all that matters to
Yeah.
me. So we're going to get out of here. Chris is going to get some food and some sleep. I'm going to... something. I don't know. It's Friday night. World is my oyster. Thanks, everybody, so much for coming out. Chris, thanks for adminning and for joining me as co. I know this is kind of last minute, so I appreciate you stepping in. And,
So
yeah, just everybody behind the scene who puts on all this stuff. keep coming back to hitmaps.com. Keep sticking around for Roulette Rivals. That's all that we have, and we'll see you in the next one.